How's it going, folks? Good, hopefully. Howdy, Mike. How's it going? Nice to see you here already. Wow. A little more set up tonight than usual. Ready for some Chrono Trigger. What's everybody up to today? Much going on here. Worked. Like that's news, right? I went to work. Really? Yep. And I hated it. Really? Yep. And I gotta do it again tomorrow. Really? Yep. And I'm gonna hate it then too. Really? Yep. Until you're dead. And then you finally get an escape. And trust me though, somebody's probably gonna be hard at work one day figuring out how to drag people back from the dead just to have people to go to work. To enrich the few. Big frog. Thump, thump. Casted to the TV. Yeah, watching on the big screen. Robo getting his ass beat. Skadoosh. Not that it freaking matters, but I'm gonna check and see if auto low latency is on this time. Hallelujah, it is. That way I can't complain and whine when I lose at a turn-based game. Because I'm like, oh man, there was latency. I guess if anything, it'll prevent me from making like the wrong menu choice. It's gonna be hot here tomorrow. 10 degrees higher than it was today. Blech. Not looking forward to that weather. I believe they call it ball soup. Yeah, I changed my, had a misfire in my car. Fortunately, the car told me which cylinder it was, cylinder 1. So I went and got some spark plugs, and it was pretty quick job, you know, it probably didn't even take me a half an hour. But, man, it got sweaty, and I'm like, oh, good thing I'm doing this today, not tomorrow. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get started here. I love how, like, just simple and generic the title is there, and somebody was probably like, whoa! You know, when that got made, they were like, I'm just gonna put it on wait, because I don't want to screw myself over. And just leave the names. Here we go. Playing a game everybody knows and loves. And with good reason. This game was, man, this is one of those games that I wonder if the team making it knew they had a hit on their hands. Because this was one of those experiences you picked up as a kid. No idea what it was, right? Ooh, it's got the word trigger in it. Ooh, that sounds cool. And hoo-wee, you were in for one of the best experiences of your life. I mean, this is still considered one of the best games ever. I heard they're making another one. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta leave perfection alone. You know what I mean? Don't dig it up. Don't overdo it. Don't kill it. Like the crap that they added to the DS one. You know, that was like a fingernail too far. Like, just don't. Lean's Bell makes such beautiful music. You were so excited about the Millennial Fair that you didn't sleep well, did you? Why don't you behave yourself today? Does your mom have no bed in this game? Let's get moving now. She just sleep downstairs. Or we share the bed, like she's sleeping while I'm gone. Is that how that goes? I'm just gonna go back to bed. Oh, I can't! Ah, rats! She taped the sheets down. There's like Velcro, so once you're out of bed, you can't get back in it. Finally, by the way, that inventor friend of yours, you know, oh dear, I've forgotten her name. No, you didn't. You're my mother, and she's a girl. You're gonna be like, you guys dating? That's right, Luca, don't forget that she invited you to see her new invention. Run along now and be back before dinner. What about my money? Almost forgot. Here's your allowance, dear. Have fun at the fair. I will. 200 G's. That's right, we're doing G's this time, not Zenny. Just finished up Mega Man Legends. No Zennies. Now we got G's. 1000 AD. I don't think there's much of a point wandering around, right? I'll just go right to the fair. That's probably where everybody is. Visit our stall in Lean Square. Don't stall, visit our stall. There's Mary. Hi, do you know about our establishment? Yes, I do. Oh, wow, that's it. No, ask anymore. Any brief weapons and items seminar? No. Oh, this is just the tutorial area. I don't think I've ever, like, wandered in here. Probably not something you ever really... Ooh, these people look kind of culty. Don't mind me just, taking some stuff, getting out of here. Let's go to the fair, have some funsies. Looking at stuff here. That up. See how well that does. Alrighty, let's go to the square. Welcome to the Millennial Fair. Have fun. Alright, I'm not going to do too many of the games just because they kind of suck. I heard Luke and her dad have made another crazy invention. Hope it doesn't blow up like all the others. It's Lean Square. They say people who hear Lean's bell ring will have interesting and happy lives. Oh, can I hear that? I want to have an interesting life. And happy too. Gonna buy some medicine so I don't die. You can die in like the first fight if you're really not careful. Like you have to royally mess it up, but hey, that's who I am. I will royally mess it up. Last round's winner, Cadillac. Guess the winner? Nah, I don't care. I heard this guy pays big bucks for charms, weapons, pendants, and other rarities. Oh, is this like Melchior or whatever his name is? Yeah. Buy something from... Yeah, he's probably got like expensive crap, doesn't he? I guess that's not so bad. Do I find that somewhere? Is it worth buying? I don't freaking remember. I live on the continent to the east. Come see me sometime. Okay, strange old man invited me to come see him. Kingdom's been through a lot, like the war against Magus 400 years ago. Thank goodness things are so peaceful now. Those runners are busy racing, so they won't talk to you. Oh, well, that makes sense. Press A button while facing the bell. Judge your distance carefully and press the A button again. I'll try this one. Bong. Impressive. I'll put 1 silver point on your card. Woohoo, I'm rich! That's a big deal. So what if we won a war against a wizard hundreds of years ago? A little child says that. I'm winning the race! It's the round tent of horrors. Spend your 1 silver points here. Parental discretion advised. I have 1 silver points. Steel runner might try something. He's made out of steel. I mean, he can just barrel through the rest of them. That might be what he's going to try. Uh-oh. Hey! Ouch, that hurt. See, I totally initiated that. Did you see that? I tried to tackle her. I'm sorry, are you okay? I'm dead! Uh-oh, my pendant. Chrono's like concussed and he dies moments later. Oh, thank goodness, my pendant has a lot of sentimental value. May I have it back? No. There you go. I guess we'll be nice to her, right? Came to see the festival. You live in this town, don't you? I feel a little out of place here. Would you mind if I walked around with you for a while? Sure. I hate to break it to you fellas, but this is not that easy when you meet a girl. How that really would have went is she probably would have called the police, and you would have been hauled away. Usually doesn't go that smoothly. Maybe if you look like Chrono, it works out. Or if you just don't say anything in general and they think you're, I don't know, concussed from what just happened. Chrono, what a nice name. Pleased to meet you. Now lead on. Maybe she heard I was wealthy. Ooh, I hope that's not what she heard. You have 1 silver points. Oh, you can turn... Dude, how's this not like... gonna get children addicted to gambling or whatever? You can exchange it for real money. Time to talk. I'm just sitting down for my lunch. You are not sitting down. You're pacing. Take his lunch. Nom, 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 nom. I think you get in trouble for that later if you steal his lunch, don't you? It's a soda guzzling contest. Press the A button as fast as you can. Oh, this is going to be terrible. Ready, go. I have to pee! Did I do it? Not bad. I'll put 5 silver points in your card. Dude, my arm's going to fall off. You're awfully competitive, aren't you, Chrono? Yeah, now I got to go. Where's the bathroom? Where's my cat? Oh, that's right. I have to find the cat. I gotta be a hero here because, you know, we're still gonna get jailed later, but we gotta try to, you know, do the right thing anyways. 'Cause, yeah, later in the game there's a trial. I mean, everybody's probably played this, right? And you get certain people to take your side if you do good deeds, like in Fable. Pays you money for your good deed, but it doesn't matter in the end. You brought back my cat, thank you! You're so sweet, Chrono. Yes, I am. That's my nature. I hate fairs! Say, do you know the latest gossip? No, I don't. Just between us, I heard that the king is distressed over his tomboy of a daughter. Just once I would like to see how wild she really is. No comment. Mike says, I love how the trial is rigged against you, even if you get everyone to your side. Yeah, right? Isn't that something? You gotta talk to this person. I'm gonna remember this game well enough. You gotta talk to this person to get the people standing in your way to go away. Heard Luca and her dad have made another crazy invention. Hope doesn't blow up like all the others. They ought to be ready now. Make for the far side of the square. It's going to be fun. Come on, Chrono. Let's go. Oh wait, doesn't she want some candy? Yeah, here's where you gotta hold still, fellas. This is what guys do. You know, it's how you spend a lot of your shopping hours, just standing around waiting to leave. Man, she makes you wait. Come on, pick freaking orange or pink. Hi, I'd like some of this. Sure, young lady. At least she doesn't make me pay. Thanks for waiting. You didn't buy me anything? Step right on up. Any of you who have the time and the courage. Our super dimensional warp is the invention of the century. To use it, jump up here. And you'll get teleported here. It's the masterwork of my beautiful daughter, Luca. Luca's inventions never work right. Uh-oh. Check out that girl's glasses. You could probably see the backside of the moon with those. Oof. No nice comments. Give it a try, kid. Oh, it's you, Chrono. Wow. Then you know who I am. Chrono. Where have you been? No one wants to try the telepod. How about you? It looks like fun. I'll watch while you try it out. Oh, I just kind of got volunteered here. Just hop on the left pod. I want to be on the right one. All systems on. Yeah, crank that thing. Begin energy transfer. I love how I turned into a bunch of save points from Final Fantasy VI. Oh wow, that was great! That's an asset flip, ladies and gentlemen. So how was that? Want to try it again? No! What a kick. I want to try it too. Girls aren't compatible. Huh? Hey Chrono, how did you pick up a cutie like her? It's easy, just headbutt them. They'll fall in love with you. Hang on, Chrono. I'll be right here. Behold, ladies and gentlemen, as this vision of loveliness steps aboard the machine. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Sure about this? There's still time to change your mind. No way, throw the switch. He's gonna crank it extra hard now. Okay, everyone, let's give her a real great big hand when she reappears. Dude, they hyped it up way too much. All systems on. Begin energy transfer. Uh-oh. What's happening? My pendant, it's... Huh? This game definitely doesn't need a remaster, but I'd snag it if everyone ever comes out. Yeah, I'd probably get it too. If, you know, they didn't somehow make it worse. Like by putting voice acting in it. I hate that. Luca, where is she? It's over, folks. Let's sign along now. It's okay, she didn't sign the waiver, so... What's going on, Luca? Where is she? The way she disappeared couldn't have been the telepod. The warp field seemed to be affected by her pendant. What are we going to do now? She's so familiar. I know I've seen her somewhere. Hero music. You're actually going to do it? What a fine lad. Listen, I don't know where this machine is going to send you, but we haven't any other choice. Won't they both be lost? This is our only hope. That pendant seems to be the key, so hang on to it, Chrono, and brace yourself. All systems on. Crank it! Begin energy transfer. Power to full. Roger! More! Give me more power! Roger! There, we did it! Where's the power come from? It's like propane. It's like natural gas they run on. I'll follow you after I know what went wrong. Good luck, Chrono. Leave voice acting out, or if anything, use it for battle only, like Star Ocean 2. Or, yeah, or you know what, if they include, like, if they want to add, like, short little cutscenes or something, you can have it in there, you know, sparingly. But I feel like when you have a game like this that's simple in its, like, in its presentation, adding in voice acting, like full voice acting, actually just bogs the experience down. I think it actually takes away from the game. I was glad that they didn't do that with Mario RPG, because you don't need it. It's like... And it's like not an original idea either. I feel like that it's just this, what everyone goes for when they do like a remaster or whatever. It's like I think of DuckTales Remastered. You know, it's a decent game. A lot of people like DuckTales from NES. And I like both. You know, I think both have their merits, but it's like you're stopping every 2 seconds when you're playing the game to listen to dialogue. And yeah, the dialogue's cool because all the, you know, it sounds like the characters, but it's like I just want to play DuckTales. Like if I wanted to listen to them talk, I would watch the show. Friggin' schmucks. Oh, he's extra dead. I love how you just get here and violence is the answer. How do we know that this isn't like where the goblins or where the imps just like to hang out? And there's like a language barrier and you're just like killing them all. They're like, oh, hey, how's it going? Ah! Like these guys, look at them. Look at them. Soccer or bullying? You tell me. Like, is that green? Did he consent to this game? The green one? He probably did because he's mad now that you interrupted. But that's okay. Because they're all dead now. I played DuckTales. It's pretty good. DuckTales is like a classic a lot of people. I think, oh god, I'm going to embarrass myself. Is DuckTales where, who is it? Not Cliff Bleszinski, is it? Is that where he got his start? DuckTales? Somebody who's like a big figure got his start on DuckTales. I just can't remember the name. But yeah, it's a game a lot of people know and like. It's good. You know, it has incredible music and stuff for being on NES. You know, the levels are good. A lot of people know like the moon and stuff like that. And the remaster was good. It's just like, oh my god, the voice acting. No. Stop. You're gonna fight Magus's army? Wonderful, but remember to equip yourself with the weapons you buy. The window shoppers, what do you want? I want stuff. I love how that dude in my time period sells... It's like, you're selling some old stuff, brother. I forget, do I need to buy the iron blade or do I find it for free? I thought you got a sword free from somewhere, but I don't remember where. Thanks. See ya. Yeah, this game like blew a lot of people's minds back in the, and it's another one of those games that felt huge. You know, it always felt like you were missing something. And it's a perfect example of how to incorporate a lot of endings into your game and actually have them, there's substance to them. Instead of these games now that are like, oh man, you could beat the game 80 different ways and all the endings are about 2.5 seconds long. And none of them are going to make you happy and you're going to hate pretty much all of them. think find an iron blade. Yeah, I thought so. I vaguely recall, like, you find the weapon, so there's no point in... Not that I'm, like, you know, busting up the game here by, like, oh man, look at all this money that I save. I feel like this isn't a game where you really have a money problem. But I'm just weird. I don't like wasting. I've played so many games where the equipment's so hard to come by that you can't burn through the cash. I think this one down here just triggers a fight. Eat my protein that I just found. Just trigger this. How long they been waiting for somebody to go for that? Close enough. Oof! I'm dead now. Yeah, this game got a bunch of re-releases over the years. I think it was on PlayStation, had insane load times. It's probably on phones now. It was on DS. I think you can get it on Steam too. It's been re-released a bunch of times, so yeah, a lot of people love this. It's one of those games, I think, that I can agree with everyone on. Normally, whenever something is, you know, hits the high that it does, I'm like, eh, it's good, but it's overrated. But not this one. This is one I kind of actually understand why a lot of people like it. And I really, really wish that Chrono Cross had stood on its own and didn't even incorporate anything from Chrono Trigger, because Chrono Cross is such a phenomenal game, and I feel like the Chrono Trigger stuff is so late in that it feels very tacked on, and it doesn't need it at all. Chrono Cross would have been fine without it. It's actually, I think, kind of made not worse by it, but awkward, clunky. I don't know. There's one of those boxes we can't open. Mike says, I always love how often Chrono gets hits. Yeah, he's fast, he hits hard. Yeah, he's like he's back when main characters were main characters. Halt! Who goes there? Check out that hair. Where you from, son? Are you one of Magus's troopers? Yeah, I just wandered in here. Hardly this kid never would have made the cut. Show us your stamp collection, son. Whore, whore. Now beat it, shrimp. Stop that at once. Queen, lean. Show your manners. This is a friend of mine. There's something odd about him. You refuse to obey my orders? Forgive me, my lady. Please enter, sir. Yeah, they're simping hard. Giggle. That's right, peasants. I know the queen. If you know what I mean. Oh, look at this guy. Yeah, what are you up to, buddy? Sir, I understand that you are the one who saved my dear wife, the queen. But can you tell me what happened? Lean's acting rather odd. She seems to have lost her coral pin, which is something she guarded with her life. Forgive me, you must be tired. We can talk about this later. Please rest in the knight's quarters downstairs to the left. I will not. The king's room is upstairs. The knight's quarters are downstairs. To the left. What's downstairs to the right? We don't talk about that room. The queen seems to be waiting for you upstairs in her room. Oh, ooh, the king's okay with that? Here I go. Free tent for investigating moving. Yeah, I think I forgot about that. I know about it, but the little fat guy pops out. He looks like what? Like a weird Chrono Trigger Kirby. The queen awaits. Oh, I guess this guy's up here. He's gonna keep me in line, right? He's like, don't try nothing, buddy. I'll be right in there. Oh, and I guess there's these people. We married into the family 10 years ago. She still looks so youthful. In fact, she looks even younger now than on her wedding day. That's kind of weird. Ether, it's all mine now. You saved our queen? You don't look that tough. Oh, come on, guys. Ah, there you are. Nobody has anything nice to say about me. Please leave us. I need to talk to this individual. Certainly, Your Highness. Nobody thinks this is weird? Leave that door open. I can hear the guard out there. Come nearer, sir. Fooled you, didn't I, Chrono? It's me, but everyone calls me Lean. I'm so relieved you're here. We barely know each other, but somehow I knew you'd come for me. Well, I didn't have a whole lot to do that day. Thank you, Chrono. Uh-oh. Something's wrong. What's happening? It feels like I'm being torn apart. Help me, Chrono. I'm scared. Please, Chrono, help me. He tried. Uh-oh. They're all like, oh, he knows. Girl's so tired of the gossip around here. Why? What are you gossiping about? She dismissed you already? You were polite, of course. You didn't do anything funny, did you? No, but don't go look. Are you sure? Did you notice anything odd about the queen? Yes. Just as I thought. She claims she's not lean. There's something different about her. Don't mention this to anyone. I'm getting out of here before I get in trouble. The queen went to bed, everybody. She does not want to be disturbed. Chrono! Huff puff. You're okay. Did you find the girl? Gone? What do you mean she's gone? It's just as I thought. She always reminded me of Velma. I knew I'd recognize her. I recognized her. Blah, blah, blah. And this looks identical to the castle in our time. She's been in the castle? But they mistook that girl for her ancestor. You see, she's a member of the royal family in our time. She's Princess Nadia. Chrono, whoa! Moral, that is, Princess Nadia is a descendant of Queen Lean. I love how they just kind of look like generic NPCs till they grow up. Lean has been kidnapped. As I recall, someone was supposed to have saved her, but history has been changed. This little blue man. Oh, looks so much like Lean that they probably called off their search when she appeared here. If the real queen is killed... Oof. It's actually kind of a cool reason for them to call it off. It's pretty creative. Well, it will simply disappear. There might still be time. If we can save Lean, history as we know it should remain unchanged. Yeah, Chrono's climbing animation is goofy. Something must have happened to the queen in this era. As a result, Princess Nadia ceases to exist. Hurry, we have to find the real queen. But what if she's already dead? He seems to, oh, he doesn't know yet. Let's get out of here. Yeah, where'd the stupid chancellor go? There's one of them boxes. Sealed with a mysterious energy. And then the real one's like locked up. What's he doing? Is he peeing? What do you want? Get out of my face! Gee. Just between us, the Chancellor's been acting very strange lately. He's been sneaking out at night. He's old. He's got to get up to pee a lot. Bums, man. I guess they wouldn't know that yet. People say the Chancellor's gone crazy, but I don't believe it. The Chancellor's a decent man. Why, he goes to the cathedral every day. Yeah, about that. It's not a good going there every day. I love how whenever there's like an imposter in like games and movies and shows, it's like always obvious. Dude's usually got like purple skin or he's like dark blue or something. And his name is like Evil Bastard and they're all just like, oh, I don't know, I didn't see that coming. Oh, he fooled us all. And I'm like, really? His name's Evil Guy. And they're like, I don't know. He looks like the one he's copying though. No, he doesn't. That's right, I can see their HP now. So we gotta go save the princess, and by extension, the queen. Some tech points. Chrono leveling up. Get my shelter this time. There goes Specchio or whatever. Weird little birds. Really cool music too. Yeah, it's cool for a lot of reasons. Like, you fight where you are. Music, you actually hit the enemies. Did a lot of pretty unique stuff for its time. Even if it didn't pioneer it, you know, it definitely just did it so well. I wonder if I get that damn sword in the... Cathedral. What nonsense. Next, his army destroyed Zenin Bridge to the south, so the South Continent is inaccessible. Okay, well, we're not going there, so... Get my MP back, or whatever it's called in this. It's MP, right? Yeah. Too many games. Playing so many games that I'm like... MP, SP, PP, AP, TP... What is it? Can't remember anymore. I'm pretty sure that it's probably just been P2 or even M. Want nothing but world peace or a piece of the world. Teehee. You might like to stick around for the Oregon. Oh my God, it's a real killer. People wouldn't know what to do with themselves in a truly peaceful world. You know what? Sadly. There's truth to that. My, what delicious, delightful looking humans. Yeah, you totally pass. Here it looks like you could use some food and a place to rest. Uh-oh, somebody dropped their thingy. What did you find? A hairpin. It's Guardia's Royal Crest. Can you imagine if that wasn't there? Game never progresses past this point. And this is like a perfect example of a game too that has like just the right number of side quests. You know, it's not just pointless quest after pointless quest where you get no rewards. You know, it's definitely like the less is more approach. And I understand it's a Super Nintendo game, you know, it's not like you could have bogged it down with 900 hours worth of content. But you know, still there's a lesson to be learned, you know, it's too many games do that these days. It's like, oh, there's 9 million quests, and it's like, yeah, but 80% of those suck. But I feel like we're kind of coming around, you know what I mean? Like, it's funny to think that once upon a time, you know, you had like big retailers like GameStop swoop in, and you know, they kind of put a lot of retro game stores and mom and pop places out of business. But then the bottom fell out from underneath that, and now GameStop's struggling to stay afloat. And it's the retro game stores and mom and pop places that they can't really compete with now, in a funny way. And I feel like something like that's kind of making its way through the gaming industry now. Like, a lot of indie devs and smaller dev studios are getting the attention, you know, that the big games used to get. Like, you know, Expedition 33 is an example of something that, you know, I'm sure a lot of these AAA companies are like, you know, maybe jealous of, because with all their money, like, you look at a company like Microsoft, you know, like the friggin' like Disney of the gaming industry or whatever, and it's like all their money and they can't put anything together. You know, sometimes success is just crippling, you know, it actually hurts your business. And like, Microsoft has killed the Xbox, like they've just destroyed what should have been, you know, the easiest home run ever. And I don't know, there's the, you know, games like Blueprints too. There's another one that a lot of people know and love, and I feel like it's kind of, you know, there's like an ebb and a flow to everything, you know. Stuff sometimes like goes full circle, and what goes around comes around, you know, all that stuff. History repeats itself, you know. And I feel like now a lot of indie studios and smaller companies are doing what the big ones used to do, and they can do it so much better because they're not held back. You know, sometimes money just gets in the way. Too many middle managers. Whew, that was close. Oh my god. Here comes Froggy. Lower thine guard, and thou art allowing the enemy in. Thou art here to save the queen. The lair is deep within. Will you accompany me? A frog? Chrono, it's a talking frog. I hate frogs. My guise doth not incur thy trust. Very well, do as thee please, but I shall save the queen. Wait, you're going the wrong way. You don't seem like a bad person. Frog thing, I mean. Chrono, what should we do? Go with the frog. I'll just have to handle it. I mean, deal with him. What's your name? It's, you're not gonna believe this. It's Frog. Frog will do. Alright, nice to meet you, Frog. May have a hidden door lurks nigh. Let us search the environs. Are you sure? Let's go jam out on the piano. It just makes the door pop up. It's like the most obvious place they could have hit it. Alright, let's clear out this place. I like that Chrono's fast too, that's really handy. Wrecked, buddies. Gonna revive on the tonic. That. It's like a hammer or something. Mallet. You better rep that gavel up, B. Switch 2 comes out in a couple days. I see it's like pre-order fiascos going on. Everyone's, what, a bunch of retailers are like, oh, Steel Saber, canceling pre-orders and stuff. And I'm like, man, what a nightmare. Like, it just feels so good not to be involved. Never had a pre-order to cancel. You're humans. They're hiding the queen in the back. Please rescue her. This guy don't look concerned. Inside this building, there's a room dedicated to Magus. Heard something about a treasure there. I actually missed that room first time playing this game. Didn't even know it was there. Power tab. Sounds dumb, right? Because I think a dude wanders in there, but yes, missed it nonetheless. I was a kid. Maiden suit. Tonic. Ether. Can't call them that now. It'd be like person suit. Isn't there like a bromide? I don't even know what that word means. Is that like alcohol? Hey everyone, humans. Get them! Yeah, my weapon's gray now. You guys are in trouble. Hit 2 of them. All those moves that hit... Ooh, that hurts. They don't like that. Yeah, this was back when Square... I think they were still Squaresoft, right? They were the king, man. They were... Speaking of... You know, when games were smaller, like Squaresoft, they cranked out some good stuff. Kind of hard to believe when you see them these days. You know, man, they were pushing that freaking NFT stuff for so long. Did they finally give up on that? Nobody wanted that. It's just like, oh guys, NFTs, you want something worthless? We'll give it to you. I haven't heard anything about NFTs in a while. Hopefully it's finally like died off. It's just like, you know, the thing that never really made sense to me about these like corporate things is it's like an NFT is just DLC, only like more worthless. Because with DLC, at least you get something. It's like you can play it. Or it's like an outfit you can wear. An NFT is just like, usually everybody jokes that it's like a JPEG or something. You know what I mean? It's just, it's worthless. Like, it's like uploading a copy of like a receipt for a purchase you made and then claiming that that's an NFT. Oh, it's a picture of my receipt. It's rare. I'm the only one that has it. Well, yeah, it's still worthless. Okay, this guy does... Oh, I think probably because I barreled into this room and then just left. Burp, the ones we ate recently weren't so bad. And those 2 soldiers we caught look rather plump and juicy. They're not plump. Yakra's so smart. His plan to capture the Chancellor and take his place worked perfectly. Now the Queen's captive, and the castle's in an uproar. This is rich. I love that they're just telling me this. It's almost my shift. I hate pretending to be human. It's so repulsive. I'll look at on Magus' statue before my shift. Man, in hindsight, how did I ever miss this room? Being a kid, man. But heck, there are probably people these days that couldn't find this. I mean, I guess it is kind of hidden, right? Like, he goes in here, but... fight these guys, right? They're bad people. It's like Dr. Screw Eyes. That's the bad guy. How nice of you to come. I'm sure Yakra will be just as pleased. Why not rest in here until he's available? No. Are you here to save the Queen? Oh, to relief. There's no need for you to come rescue me. The Master Yakra is very kind. I've decided to stay here. Now, why don't you make yourselves at home, too? No. This room's creepy. Oh, dear Magus, your flashing eyes like stars and flowing hair, like waves atop the sea. No sad sunny day nor any frightful bright place can get us down. As long as you're near, there's nothing to fear. Oh, man, they're simping. Oh, my God. Speed belt. The fast become even faster. Defender. Is that an accessory? Okay. Sometimes it's a weapon in games. I wasn't sure. They call this the Shrine of Simps. Come join us in singing your funeral dirge. Oh my God. No, I'm not gonna sing. I ain't no simp. Man, I love his critical hits. Yeah, straight line. Those dumb enough to stand in a straight line get burned. Ooh, especially the one in the back there. Do it again. I love that you're like this kid inventor and you have like a flamethrower. Like level ups. Yeah, slurp cut. Air strike, that's iconic. I think Glenn has that in Chrono Cross, doesn't he? I could have healed. Froggy! This game needed Big the Cat DLC. Ho ho! Got it! Don't be in such a hurry. Enjoy yourselves first. Hee hee. I don't want to. I don't think anybody's in the right kind of pattern I need to get them in a line. That stinks. That one's dead anyways. Yeah, this game had such a cool story with so many like interlinking pieces. So many different ways to beat the game. And they pulled it all off, you know, they made it all work. Games these days, they come out, they're not as half as complex and they're broken. Yeah, and I'm weird. Like, growing up in this era of video games, I actually prefer when I'm playing something where you have to read. I'm not like a huge fan of voice acting. So it has its place. I feel like I don't mind voice acting if like there's like cinematic cutscenes and stuff like that, but when characters are just largely standing around, not doing anything, it's kind of weird to just sit there and do nothing and listen to like dialogue. It's just odd. However, when it comes to these games where you have to read anything, I do have a preference for text that makes noise as it appears. Like Earthbound, and I think the Dragon Warrior games did that. I know Dragon Quest does, like the modern ones. But yeah, I like when text makes like a sound. Weird. I really don't like when I'm playing a game and I have to read stuff and the dialogue all appears at once in like one blip. No, I like when it appears gradually, like it unfolds. It's weird. There are preferences. Much the same as some people like voice acting, they don't like reading stuff. I also don't mind games like Animal Crossing where the characters just make silly noises, and that's how they talk. You know, it's all just gibberish. Am I not quite on the save point? There we go. That's a cool way to use the tent. No tent animation, no darkening the screen, no lullaby music, just here's your HP, here's your MP, done. Booby trap stairs. Oh, stop it. I said you can't. Huh? What was that noise? Ooh, look at that ninja. He's pretty tubby, but man. He's got instant transmission or whatever it is that Goku had. Sounds like a car part. My cat is snoring. Their nostrils are like the size of like lead for those like little mechanical pencils. But man, they snore. Throwing some logs. What's everybody doing tonight? I love Frog's critical hit. Uh-oh. Ganging up on us now. Really? Can't get any one of these with like... Oh, that's interesting. I guess I can. Dead. Chrono with the crit. Tonic. Heal. No entry. Dude, listen. Let's say somebody got in here and they weren't supposed to be in here. Maybe they won't see that the rug kind of goes into, you know, the wall here. You know, you putting a note that says no entry tells people that there's like a hidden door there. I mean, come on. You guys gotta step it up. Your security's terrible. No one's gonna be shocked when they're like, "Oh, they found the secret passage. How'd they do that?" Some idiot put a no entry note right next to it. Oh. Whoops. Whoopsie. Oh, I didn't even see the bat because he was like underneath the torch. Yeah, 420 Gs. Yeah, I think I had mentioned it before. But I believe this came out... Is this 95? I think I was talking about it when I was streaming Secret of Evermore. And it's hard to believe that this came out, I think, the same year, you know, if we're talking US. Because I know sometimes there's minor differences and sometimes there's a year or longer. Came out the same year Earthbound and Secret of Evermore came out. This was back when everybody expected RPGs, you know, at least here in the States, to look like Final Fantasy games, to have like some kind of medieval aspect to them, or fantasy element, or crystals, or, you know, dragons and whatnot, and then you get like Americanized games like Earthbound and Secret of Evermore, and they just didn't do so well, and it's really just kind of remarkable, you know, it's weird. And then, you know, and sometimes I think that things can be ahead of their time, and sometimes I think they come out at the right time. You know, you look at something like Blueprints, you know, that everybody's kind of playing right now, and it's like, would that even have been, you know, 10 years ago? Like, would a game like that have, would people have liked it just the same, or... You know, it's weird. Guess you never know. So I think Star Wars and Back to the Future might have been like that. I could have that slightly wrong, but sometimes you just don't know. You know, you're making something and you don't know, like maybe to the extent that you've got a hit on your hands. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm proud of what we made, or people are gonna like this, but sometimes you probably have no clue. That's why I think Zelda 2 would do better today, because now everybody's into those like hard games, and you know, they have their own following. And really nowadays, you know, I mean, so many more people game that really there's just like something for everyone. If it's not your cup of tea, it's going to be somebody else's cup of tea, you know what I mean? I think Zelda 2 deserves it. Iron Sword, yeah, there it is. Oh, that's for Frog, though. I was like, oh, there it is. But then I remembered, nope. Chrono just got a blade, so Froggy gets the sword. Now we play with the piano again. The organ. See, I never would have known this was here. For the bonehead who left the note on the wall. Yeah, I love that critical hit. No wave. A lot of monsters in this place. Double techniques. Everybody probably knows that, though. I mean, this game is known far and wide. Man, I love these enemies just sit around and watch their friends die. It's not my battle. I guess it's kind of like the equivalent if you work retail and you see that a coworker's dealing with a pain in the butt customer, but you don't want to be involved in that crap, you know what I mean? You just pretend you're looking up like you're looking for something. Can I leave my box cutter up here? It's like, how do did all our reinforcements die? We didn't help when they needed it. Prepare yourself, Queen Lee. So I guess we're at the first boss now. You! How did you get in here? Frog. Majesty, stand back and allow us the honor. Be careful. Gonna open up a can of whoop arse. It's useless to fight. No one will leave here alive. Stupid frog. It's time you jumped off this mortal coil. True form change. He's gonna turn into an even uglier guy. Yeah, look at that. Looks like a blackhead with little feet. And he can dance too. Reverts to Yakra. I love that it tells you that. I think he like bounces around the room. He likes to... Is that every time you hit him? He throws a fit. Yep. He's a poor sport. It makes that goofy little noise. Crisp. Oh, we didn't do it that time. Oh, it's gonna hurt though. Let's have Frog lick himself. Does it really heal? Yeah, it does. Oof. I'd be down with my teammates licking me. Too close, can't counterattack. I love it. Oh, they figured out my weakness. I'm too close. Never too close to cause an earthquake, though. Critical hit. Take him out. Why do I keep checking my techniques? That's like a bad habit. Yeah, Frog be mad. He really hosed himself by getting wedged in there. Now he can't counterattack. Don't matter though. Chrono's clapping those cheeks. There we go. Yakra is gone. Man, he had a lot of money. Ooh, Slash is a good one. Which box is the Chancellor? And I want to leave that one. Came to rescue me. Thank you, Frog. King awaits. Let us return to the castle. Thank thee, Chrono and Luca. Yes, thank you so much. Please join us. I guess. Oh man! Whatever, I'm leaving. I don't like that guy. Oh, your highness, as you can see, I'm undamaged. Yeah, no one cares. Let's return to the castle. Dude, yeah, just help yourself there to the exit. You had me worried, Lean. That no-good Yakra impersonating me and kidnapping the queen. We must create a criminal justice system in this kingdom to do away with such fiends. I failed to protect Queen Lean. I hath disgraced thee. Frog. He bears a heavy load. Good Yakra. Oh yeah, dude. Get off your pity party horse there. It was a fault of mine which endangered the queen. I shall depart for good. Like this life, or are you just leaving? Chrono, you have the potential to become a good swordsman. I'm already there. Froggy, you weren't such a bad guy either. Aw, is it love? Go upstairs. It's cool how she comes back. Huh? What happened? Princess Nadia. Chrono. It was awful. I can't recall it all. I was somewhere cold, dark, and lonely. Is that what it's like to die? Nah, you were just at the end of time. Welcome back, Princess Nadia. You risked your life to help me too? Princess Nadia? Oh. I guess you guys figured it out, huh? Sorry, Chrono. I didn't mean to deceive you. I'm Princess Nadia. My father's King Guardia, the... Oh god, what is that? 33rd? I really enjoyed being with you at the fair, but if you had known my identity... Chrono, you wouldn't have shown me around the fair, right? Wait, I wouldn't have shown... Wrong? Oh, Chrono, that's why I like you. The real queen's safe, right? So let's go home, Chrono. How do we get home? Luca has not spoken up yet. How everybody like zigzags when you... Alright, back through the forest. What's everybody doing? How's it going? Roly Rider. Roly-poly-oly. Love her weapon, the freaking crossbow. We'll just go back from whence we came. Truth Canyon. Kill these little kids again playing soccer. They're like, he's back again! Rocks. Chrono. Brown one? Is he upgraded? Did I fight him last time I came through here? Who can say for sure? Aura Whirl, yay! Can heal everyone. Does Luca ever tell you to come back here? What if you don't, as the player? It's back when games didn't always tell you what to do. How do we get home? Your Highness, Princess, please call me Marl. Well then, Marl, observe. Whoa! Luca, you're amazing. Ain't it the truth? Oh, I mean... Enough with the false modesty. You have a real gift. I would trade my royal ancestry for your genius in a heartbeat. Don't say that! Well, if you say so. Anyway, I call this thing a gate. Kind of a portal that takes you to the same location in a different era. Gates are very unstable, so I used the principle behind my telepod device to create a gate key. Now we can use them as we please. Why did this gate suddenly appear? Either Either the telepod had something to do with it, or something else made it. Pretty weird. Let's at least head back to our own time. Alright, coming Chrono. What kind of question is that? No, I'm gonna stay here. I like it. Whee! Whew, we're back. Chrono, Luca, why don't you come home with me to the castle? I'd like you to come over for dinner. Sorry for putting you through all that, Marl. Are you joking? It's the most fun I've had in months, and I have some new friends too. Chrono, be a gentleman and take her home. I've got some work to do. Wow, she is just... That girl knows what she likes. See you soon, Luca. She's out of here. Unapologetically out of here. Will you escort me home, Chrono? Sure. No problemo. Come with me if you want to live. Gotta take her home to meet my mom first. She won't believe she's real. Mom, I talked to a girl. Yeah, okay, honey. My, how nice. I've only seen you with Luca. Who's your pretty new friend? Hi, I'm Marl. Marl? I'm sure I've seen you before, dear. Now, where was that? We're going upstairs, Mom. Bada bing! Ooh, how about a snooze? Yupperoni. Uh-oh. Cat's like I won't say a word. Can you get 2 cats in this? I don't remember how, though. Can't you get, like, a different colored cat? Alright, so now we're in the forest, but it's in present day. There's these weird things. They are not strong at all. We like power tabs, so we get our muscles. More muscles equals more beatings on the enemies. Maybe I can hit these with slash. Yeah, this goes in a line. I love that move. Oh, these poor little beetles. Oh, sound the alarm. I like that they know to come out. Oof! Right in the face. I love that sometimes she'll like hit them with the butt of her crossbow, but not that time. She's like, I'm gonna shoot him right between the eyes. I love that move. Tonic. Is there anything over here in the present day? Oh, I can actually go over here. Box we can't open. It's just a box. I love the music in there. Alright. It's time to get arrested. Princess Nadia. You all right? Where have you been? I heard you were abducted. We had soldiers searching for you. Stop right there, criminal scum. Scoundrel, you're the one, huh? Kidnapping Princess Nadia. No, Chronos. Admit it! You confused her and tried to take over the throne. Terrorist! Stop it! Here comes the Chad Squad. The White Knight Legion. Stop this at once! What are you doing? But Princess Nadia said to... Idiots! Detain him! Chrono! Uh-oh. Man, this area is so cool. Square really did love, back in the day, their... It's like the Opera House in Final Fantasy VI. They really did have an era with their, like, auditorium-like style rooms. I'm the Chancellor, the Prosecutor. I'm the lawyer, Pierre. Members of the court, we now bring forth the defendant, Chrono, who is charged with abducting Princess Nadia. What shall we do with him? Fire, perhaps? Hang him upside down for a few years? Wow. Or shall we employ the guillotine? You, the jury, shall decide his fate. Now let us begin. Chrono, you are hereby ordered to tell the truth. Chrono is charged with premeditated abduction of royalty. The question is, did he kidnap Princess Nadia? The answer? No, he did not. In fact, no abduction took place. The two met completely by accident. In fact, the princess asked Chrono if she could join him. Is this true? Who actually started the whole mess? I did? Just as I suspected. The defendant deliberately tried to get near the princess. Hey! Ouch, that hurt. The princess then innocently followed you to Luca's little sideshow, whereupon you both disappeared. That wasn't criminal abduction. I don't know what is. And I have facts that throw the defendant's character into question. Objection. This can't have any relevance whatsoever to this case. Care to respond, Chancellor? Chrono's character is at the very core of this case. We have nothing to hide. We have a witness, a little girl, who will vouch for the character of the defendant. This nice man, he brought me my kitty. Thank you for being so kind. How about that? Doesn't this young man deserve a medal? Whew, looks like they're buying it. The issue here is motive. Was there any motive for this fine citizen to kidnap Princess Nadia? No, there was not. What about ransom? Chrono, her fortune did tempt you. Did it not? No. Are you sure you really weren't tempted? Please keep in mind that he just said he had no interest in her fortune. Witness, please. He can't fool me. I saw him with my own eyes. Dear me, I'm so nervous. That man grabbed the pendant even before he checked to see if the princess was okay. Oops. It was so shiny. Is that it? Can I go? She got a gift card for somewhere. Nothing more, Your Honor. The prosecution rests. Members of the jury, if he is guilty, stand to the left. If he is innocent, stand to the right. My left or your left? Not guilty. I mean, I guess they have to say what they're... Guilty. Not guilty. Guilty. I mean, I'm guilty anyways, right? Because isn't there always like one holdout? Or can they all say it? Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Order in the court. The verdict has been reached. The verdict is not guilty. But the fact remains that even if he did not kidnap her, he ran off with her. 3 days solitary confinement as punishment. Take him away. Now just a darn minute. Princess! Oh, the king's here. That's enough, my dear. But father, all I asked was for you to behave like a princess. Even royalty must obey rules. Leave the rest up to the Chancellor and forget about the events in town. We're leaving. This part was like so sad as a kid when like the music starts, she falls down. Chrono. Like, yeah, man, it's so simple to look at it now, but like, man, that like broke my heart back in the day. Like, you really think you're going to jail? Like, playing this as a kid. This terrorist has tried to overthrow our kingdom. Okay, that's a bit much. He's been found guilty, and you must now carry out his sentence. That's not what they said upstairs. So this is the monster who kidnapped the princess. The execution is 3 days away. Do not let him out of your sight. Execution? Strange, but I don't seem to recall hearing anything about an execution. What? How dare you question me? The paperwork's probably just been held up in the system. Understood, sir. Guards. Aren't you guys the guards? Take the prisoner away. Dude, he had to hit me. That was kind of uncalled for. At least there's a little snack pack in here for me. And some good old tap water. I mean, hey, it's not all bad, right? That was my HP and MP. Some sympathizers brought that stuff for you, you lousy felon. Hey, felon? I never fell on nobody. The trial. Alright, let's bust out of here. Pipe down. Pipe down. Knock it off. Oh, I'll show him. Open it up. Oof. That's what you get for misbehaving. Well, now you're dead, buddy, because you're stupid and you let me keep my gear. Where do you think you're going? Like, why didn't I just do this at any point? Chrono finally had to, like, come off his hinges, I guess. Unhinged. Alright, time to bust out of Alcatraz. Dude, is he dead? I didn't mean to kill him. Maybe he jumped out the slit in the wall. Oh, that's right. I gotta, like, go around, I think. Can you climb up through the floor? It's like such a cool prison, too. I think I want to go to the sides first, right? I don't quite remember. I'll figure it out. Let's bust out of jail. What are you up to? This poor guy's got to guard this, like, dead end by himself. I don't want to miss anything, but I think you want to go, like, explore the sides before you mess with those, like, little face shield things. Yeah. Get our ether, our mid-tonic, and our ether. Yeah, it must have been, like, the break room or something. Oh, God. That startled me. Forgot about this guy. So you're the escaped con. Oh, they're bringing in the big boys. He barely fit down the stairs. He's like, oh, I wore too much armor. I'm going to be dead by the time I get to him. Stop hitting me. Oh, my God. He put too much armor on. They don't pay me enough for this. Yeah, I'd get out of here, too. That was awesome. He's like, oh, this armor's so heavy. You just wait till I get over there. Alright, let's fight the face shields with the weird noses on them. These you just want to wait until they open up like that. You hit them. I don't know what happens if you hit them before then. Maybe nothing. But I don't think you hurt them very much. Kind of remind me of like an enemy from Earthbound, how they look back there. Like a member of the Sharks or something. Alright, I don't remember where we want to go first, so I'm gonna guess this way. Oh, shoot. Is it left? Prisoner's escaping! Maybe I'll go the other way. Ooh, a lot of weight on this bridge. Tub and Tubby. You think they're thinking the same thing? Oh, my armor's so heavy. You just wait. You just wait till I get over there. It's like can of corn. Can of corn, I'll be okay. Alright, let's go back and look. I don't want to miss anything. I'm like OCD like that. Yeah, I mean, like, look at the aesthetics of this game. Like, Secret of Evermore had areas that looked like this. It's pretty crazy. What takes off and what doesn't. Oh my god, it's a ghost! It's the ghost of Blue Rhino, the propane company. He's a scary little guy, isn't he? Not very aggressive, though. Probably just killed an innocent skeletal man. Alright. Let's go this way. This way. Oh. You can actually knock this dude out. He's pretty dumb. Does he just look in random directions? Oh, it kind of seems like he does. Oh, get dead, buddy. Before Metal Gear Solid, we had this. Took his mid-tonic. Metal Gear Chrono. Aww. Chrono, what happened? Chrono! Oh, this poor guy. I forgot about him. Help me. Why would you not? It's terrible. Can you imagine just being in here? Strapped into that thing? You're a lifesaver. I'm Fritz. My dad runs a store in Truce Village. Stop by if you're in the area. Did we ever find out why he's in here? I don't remember. Mid-tonic. What happens if you don't save him? Like I always have. Uh-oh. They're gonna be mad when I take their bronze mail. Don't I already have that? Yeah. Can I put it on over my bronze mail and have double defense? Ooh, that's a mean jump. I like they have like little boots on. Completely naked except for their boots. They got pumped up kicks. Sweet kicks, yo. It's a hell of a prison break. Oh, get wrecked, buddy. He passed out. Yeah, right. He dead. Tabs here. Get extra buff. This club can't handle me right now. Yeah, I think every time you come to one of these, you want to just explore the opposite side. Get some stuff. One shelter. I think this dude is dead. Oh my. That's it's eerie. You don't fight him? Chrono's shaking his head. He's like, no. I'll leave you to your dead spot there. These guys again. Wait till they peek out. Oh, it switched me. Ah, well, I guess we get to find out what happens. It just doesn't hurt him very much. And then he throws like a chicken nugget at you. Yeah, I had my cursor on him, but it like apparently changes to a different enemy, so... Yeah, blue shield, and then it's... whatever, Fondue you, whatever the name is. Alright, which way do we want to go? Let's go right, because I don't remember... Probably the way we want to go, right? I don't know. Ah, yes. Somebody got to fix these cells, man. This one's just open. Wow, this is a safety hazard. I'll let the inspector see this. Go over here. Alright, now we can get those items we saw before. Shelter, jump down this hole. Who wouldn't jump in a hole? That'd be funny if you jumped in that hole and then you ended up stuck in this cell. And you were like, well, I feel kind of stupid now. I mean, I guess you could just crawl out. That's what a smart person would do. Maybe Chrono has bad knees. Alright, we got a better weapon. Share the load. And then be like, how do I get out? They'd have to put yellow paint on that wall now. These days. Nobody'd be able to figure it out. Well, I jumped in this cell and now I'm stuck. Modern gamers. Alright, now there's only one way left to go. Let's bust out of jail. Busting on out. Oh, they're gonna be mad. The prison is escaping! Oh, you guys gonna tell on me? You're gonna cry? Yeah, 69. Oh, he's dead. Ooh wee. Poor guy. I don't even know who I'm killing. How do I know these aren't like fathers? And this guy's gonna pee himself. Help! And then he's right back down the stairs. Chrono, I've come to save you. Gee, it looks like you didn't need my help after all. Will these idiots let me keep my weapons? Let's blow this joint. He passed out. Nah, he dead. Amazing, you found 5 of them. Yeah, I stole all his stuff. A top secret document has been left behind. It's been left behind the floor. Care to read it? Did it say that in the original? To the prison supervisor. Drunk tank owner's manual. Drunk tank? Is that what I called it? I can't read. The tank repairs body damage. It contains a shield that prevents damage by lightning and fire. Once the head can be defeated, the tank is unbeatable. Unbeatable, huh? Okay. So the Switch 2 is like supposed to be unhackable. This thing's unbeatable. Guess we'll see. Here we go. Let's rock it. Let's hack this sucker. On the day 1 patch, here it comes. I would not wheel this thing out onto this like tiny little bridge. What was that? I'm sure it's just like Metal Gear. Oh my. How'd they fit that through the door? Did they like assemble it? Get it through one. Forward, Dragon Tank. Crush those rebels. Head repairs damage. No. Should probably get rid of that head. It said it's immune to fire. Is that what it said? The head is. Dude, stop. Oh. Get steamrolled. Man, that wheel would hurt. Look at that thing. It's like a wheel you steer a ship with and you get run over by it. A bumpy ride. Ow. Right in the face. It's got missiles? Man, this thing's way ahead of its time. This is supposed to be like medieval time. They have missiles. It's no big deal. You got some missiles. Apparently they're like guided missiles. Energy stored in the wheels. Is that like pee is stored in the balls? Uh-oh, Chrono's mad now. Oh, the face. The face is gone. Look at that. Oh. Alright, Wheel, you're next. Kinda. Oh, set it on fire. Steampunk, maybe Steampunk has missiles. Yeah, maybe. What's up, Stevens? How's it going? Yeah, I was gonna say, this tank's pretty advanced for the time period. And here I am destroying it. Maybe that's... It's like, no! We made this amazing thing. Don't destroy it. Better heal and get my teeth kicked in. And it's got lasers, too. Like, man, this is quite remarkable. Uh-oh. He's dead now. It's cool how he takes it out. Alpha male style. See, I would try to do something like that and look cool. I'm just not falling. They got the dragon tank! Fix it quickly! Have you guys tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Oh, look at these losers. I wish somebody was like tugging on his beard. That's what he deserves. Don't fool yourselves into thinking you've gotten away with this. I'm just gonna step on you guys a few times. Rub my feet. Oh, there we go. My feet got a little dirty. Sorry, guys. There we go. I'd kick him a few times. Be like, oh, sorry. Time to raid the boxes. Steal their shelters. Guys are gonna be mad. They're escaping, but they're not gonna try that hard. We have no choice but to break through. They're like, oh no, come back. Oh, he got away. Oh, man, that one back there didn't even try. They're escaping. Stop. Princess Nadia? That's good to hear, Stevens. Yeah, it's going good here. I can't complain. It's my friend. Show him your respect. But can't you take orders? Of course. Hold it right there. Man, he moves pretty fast. Do as King Guardia the third says. You kiss ass. Father. Silence, Princess Nadia. The throne comes before your personal wishes. What? Just because I have a title doesn't mean I'm not a person. Pick up strange ideas venturing outside. I didn't pick up anything. It's called common sense. Princess Nadia, I despise you. I'm leaving. Princess Nadia. Come on, Chrono. Don't just stand there after them! Hey, there's that one guy that was like, he's kind of trying. Princess Nadia. That'd be me. I'd be like, I wouldn't run very fast. There they are. Don't lose them. There's no escape. Silence. Man, they're not trying that hard. Man, they're like the leisurely guard. Looks like a dead end. A gate. Come on. But we don't know where it'll take us. Who cares? This place stinks anyway. Princess Nadia. This is completely irrational. Hurry, Chrono! Alright, peace out, Bean Sprout. I'm out of here. His face. They disappeared! If only it were that easy in real life, right? Somebody's bothering you, just go in a gate. Eek! Oh, this place is so cool. Youch! There's no way the Chancellor can reach us here. But where are we? The civilization here seems so advanced. like we're in another world. A strange crest is engraved here. It's sealed by some kind of power. Game moves a little fast, but boy, it didn't seem like that back in the day. Imagine stepping out here and you seeing this. Man, this game was like crazy. It's only been an hour and a half. Ooh-wee, look at this. Oh. Got any cash? Call this money? Oh well, I have some good stuff. I mean, my money would probably be worth a ton in this time period. And probably if, you know, everything wasn't wrecked. Man, I have a lot of cash. Yeah, I was kind of correct when I said earlier that I don't ever really remember having like a big money problem in this game. Yeah, I agree, Stevens. Games were so different, like back, you know, it felt like, you know, it took you like 8 hours to get through. It's like playing Final Fantasy VII, you know, and that Midgar section felt like forever, but in reality, it's just like hours. It's just like mere hours. It's crazy how that. I guess as a kid, you probably overexplore and maybe even get lost once or twice, but once you know the path, it moves real quick. I'll find some food at Eris Dome to the northeast, but only if you get past Lab 16. Beasts there don't react to weapons like guns and swords. Truth Dome? Never heard of it. This is the Tran Dome. If you're looking for food, you lose. What? Kingdom? What are you talking about? This is an Enertron. You get a full night's sleep in a few seconds, but it still leaves you hungry. Can you imagine how much life would suck if this ever got invented? Your employer would make you work, like, forever. I feel like the only reason we don't have to work forever is because you have to sleep. Yeah, they would just be like, oh, you're tired, huh? Well, you know what's not tired? The Enertron. Get your ass in there. I wasn't very good at games back then, probably. Yeah, same here, you know. I can remember playing these games back in the day. I just pretty much copied what my older brother did. Like, I watched him play it, and then that was how I advanced. But if I wasn't around when I saw him play, and I didn't, like, know what to do or how to catch up, I remember getting, like, angry at him. Yeah, this world hits, like, what? The future and the Running Man, you know, the game show where everything's like all messed up and destroyed, and pretty cool. Yeah, critical die. Yeah, I can remember as a kid losing to bosses in like Final Fantasy II for Super Nintendo. That game seemed so hard. And you play it now and it's like a cakewalk. And you're like, how do they ever lose at this? Why as a kid you just tried to move through it too fast, you know? And it's like, dude, you're underleveled. It didn't feel that way. Hard to believe after we finish. I mean, there's a little bit to it, but after you finish the future, oh, that's right, I don't want to bump into them. You get magic, like it's. Oh, he kind of cheated there. He like zigzagged. Yeah, the game is like. I think, you know, looking back on it, the game is hard. It's just... It's not if you know how to play it. Like, I think back in the day, like, I would try to beat Lavos, like, probably what was just way too soon. I mean, I remember the same thing. Like, this game was hard, and I remember trying to beat the game so many times, and, like, sometimes I don't even think I could get to like the final fight, like the final form of Lavos without like getting my butt stomped. And I think it really was just like I was, you know, underprepared, underleveled, didn't have the best gear, like. But again, back then it didn't feel that way. It's like, oh, I've been playing this forever. Like, why can't I do this? Now it's like the opposite. Now you have to kind of try to like hold back, or you're like, oh, I'm overleveled. Everything's too easy. You stupid rats! I should just put rat poison in whatever pocket they're pilfering. Go away, rat. Make me fight these things. They look kind of weird. Since I gave up once, but I think I didn't really understand what you could combine text and all that stuff. Yeah, it had a lot of layers to it. I think I can understand that. Yeah, it's probably a mixture of the same. I don't remember exactly, but I just know that was probably back when I was copying what because when this came out, I would have been like 10. So my older brother at that point would have already been like a teenager, so I was copying whatever he did. I don't think he liked that. But it was almost like intimidating, you know what I mean, to play these, and you know there was a sense of finality, like losing, and you see things completely different. Your imagination fills in all that space, you know, looking back on it. So it's like you're afraid of like the uncertainty, and it's like, what if I lose, you know? And it's like, well, you just get a game over, you can try again. But like it didn't feel like that. So I just kind of was like nervous to play it on my own. I had to copy my older brother. They're about the same age then. Where'd the time go? Yeah, every now and then I catch myself thinking that like the 90s weren't that long ago. And then I think about it and I'm like, ooh, never mind. Like this game would be what, 30 now? Yeah, 30 years. I hate saying it. Reference really was Final Fantasy 4 and 6. Final Fantasy 6, I just leveled up all my characters, still level 99. Yeah. That was a good game. That was... 6 was insane for its time. I think that was where Final Fantasy started to become a lot more cinematic. Like the experience. It's crazy to think that that was Super Nintendo. They pushed it. I think that was... less is more. It's incredible what they used to do back on the the limited hardware to tell a story. And that was back when games were like harder to make too. You had to know the ins and outs of the hardware was probably like very limited, and you couldn't get things to look or sound a certain way, so you had to know like the tricks to make all that happen. And I think sometimes that's when, when you get the people that truly speak that language, you get some of the best stuff that there is. And I still remember playing Final Fantasy VI when it'd be 3 on Super Nintendo for me, but, when you get to the world of Ruin, and it was like... seeing that for the first time, like that was back way before, Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and everything, and so you had no idea that it was coming. And you think you've beaten the game, and then you think like, oh wait, maybe we lost. Like, is that really it? And then it's like, oh, the game's not over, it keeps going, and it just was like, what? Like, it's insane. It's hard to pull tricks like that these days, because gaming is like more nomadic. I describe it as nowadays, where a game comes out, people have worked on it spent years and years of their lives working on this, and it comes out, and within like a day or two, everybody's like picking, what's left off the bones of it, and it's like deprived of its story and plot and suspense and secrets, and then everybody just kind of moves on to the next thing. And I don't know, I kind of miss when gaming was more of like a niche thing. But I guess that's, you know, it's inevitable, right? Everything's kind of ended up that way, but... I guess everything goes through that. You know, my parents probably had to watch their black and white TV shows that they loved get, you know, canceled and replaced by stuff about, you know, shows in the city and that kind of stuff just couldn't exist anymore. Like, it's hard to believe that, like, you know, Andy Griffith and Don Knotts sat in on the writing process for the show. I don't think they do that anymore. Not unless you're like a producer also, but if you're an actor, you're not involved in any of that crap. It's like out of your hands. Steven says, yeah, it's very strange how that works. I miss when it was more of a niche thing too, for sure. Definitely gave you a bigger sense of mystery. Yeah, it did, and you could enjoy it for longer. And I feel like you always, you know, every now and then you would bump into somebody that had also played what you had played, and it was like immediate friendship. You know, because nobody was faking it back then, you know, because you got picked on. You know, a lot of kids would pick on you if they knew you played games, and so when you met somebody that liked games, you knew they were genuine. And like, that's how I made, you know, some of the closest friends I still have to this day. And I don't know. Nowadays it's still fun, but it's not special like it was. You there? Where are you from? We come from the laboratories to the west. What? Oh, we've got people who crossed the ruins. Say again? You're joking. So there are people who can beat up those freaky mutants. The mutants are people too. Daddy's gonna bring us some food. Did you really come from the dome to the west? I see. Not that I really care. Wow, you're kind of mean. There's an old factory site called Protodome to the east. Can't get near it because there's a bunch of lunatic robots in the area. Woo-wee! You can reach the continent to the south through the sewer access, but stay off of Death Peak. Oh, I will! There's an old man living in a dome near Death Peak. Talk about crackpots. The door with the crest? Dynamite won't budge it. Have any money? Oh my god, this little girl is... Oh, you sure this is money? Oh well. I have to lighten my inventory anyway. Inventory?! I love that everybody's like dying and this kid's over here with all the stuff selling it. Save money, it'll do you good. That's what that guy who walked to the other dome used to say. Yeah, so these days I just kind of try to play what I enjoy, and I don't have any trouble staying like off the internet when there's something that I want to experience for myself. Pardon me, I'm Doan? How's that you say his name? I'm the descendant of the director of this info center. In the basement, there's a huge computer and a storage center for food. But we can't get through because of the robot guards. It's a pity. Are you going down below? Of course. But no one's ever returned from there. Gotta try, right? It's nice to see such spirited young people for a change. Careful now and come back alive. I will. Best way to get through... I don't remember the code. I think you can do it, right? If you know what it is. Which I do not. I used to have all that crap committed to memory. Steve says, I just kind of dropped out of gaming because there's so much it's impossible to know what to even play. I did play Dark Souls 3. That was about the last thing I really played. Yeah, it is hard. It is hard. Plus your interests over time, they change. It's funny you mentioned Dark Souls 3 because I found now that these days I really gravitate towards games that you spend more time playing and less time just sitting there. When I was younger, I used to love, the RPGs that had like 30-40 minute cutscenes. I can't do that anymore. But I really enjoyed the Dark Souls trilogy, Sekiro, I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Sekiro, Mario Odyssey, like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. Games you play them. Like, you're not sitting there. Like, I like Metaphor. I'm still working on that one. I'm about 100 hours in. But man, it is rough to sit there. Like, you have an hour to play, and you fire it up, and you just sit there, and they just talk and talk and talk. And you're like, can I play this? Like, this is supposed to be a game. So, I mean, that's also something that I think's kind of gotten in the way for me over the years. Because, when you sit down to watch a show, it doesn't force you to play a game. When I sit down to play a game, I don't want to watch a show. Like, come on. Like, you gotta like ease up a little bit. And one thing that I really hate is when you're playing a game and you sit there for this long-winded cutscene, and then they give you control, and you take 2 steps. Oh, oops, I didn't mean to do that. And then there's another cutscene. That's what I get for talking and trying to get... Oh, that hurt. And it's like, don't give me control if I'm gonna have to listen to more talking when I take 1.5 steps. Like, don't do that. I hate that. Yeah, somewhere along the line, games just got... They started having like a little too much to say, and less is more. Like, you can say a lot more with nothing, really. Like, you look back at like Mario RPG, where he would just do like little silly, he'd spin, or he'd make a weird noise, or he'd turn into Bowser, to convey that Bowser was there, like pantomiming. Like, you don't need to explain... I don't know. Steven says, yeah, absolutely agree. I'm tired of feeling like I'm playing a movie, and it's more like choose your own adventure nowadays. I sold a bunch of my SNES games at Comic-Con last weekend, actually. Yeah? What did you get rid of? Like, is anything good, or just stuff you knew were never going to play again? It's been industry now. Certain old SNES games I'll probably try and restock and go back to next Comic-Con. I've never been to a Comic-Con. Revives the bit. Unfortunately, I think I made Chrono Attack. Yep. Damn it. Yeah, I sold a lot of games, but it was stuff I hadn't played in probably like 5+ years. I mean... Yeah, and I'm the same way with movies, really. Like, I think, with all these movies that come out that are like 3 hours long, it's like, listen, if you can make that work, I'm all for it. I don't mind a 3-hour movie when it's good, because then it doesn't feel like 3 hours. But when it's a 3-hour movie that feels like a 7-hour movie, that's a problem. Hey, what's up, Jason? Yeah, I'm actually... the game moves pretty quick, it didn't feel like that back in the day, but I've only been playing, like going on 2 hours? It hasn't actually been that long. Let's see. Oh man, I'm talking. This thing keeps reviving its pieces. Goodbye, Illusion of Gaia and Legacy of Kain Soul Revive. I love Illusion of Gaia, and I've never played the Legacy of Kain games. They do have a very devout fan base, so I probably missed out on something. Says Scorsese keeps putting out old films that are too long on Netflix. Guy needs an editor. Yeah. Yeah, that's unfortunate when you know you become like a big name. You know, then at that point you don't have anybody in your corner that's like, dude, there's about 80 minutes of this of like silence that you could chop out. I don't know that I've ever seen any of his movies. Maybe I have. I just don't remember, but the only film I saw recently, I say recently, but it's probably been longer than I realized, that was long and I thought it was fine, was the Batman with Robert Pattinson. Like that's like it. Otherwise, what was the movie? Is it Tar? Is that what it is? Is it Cate Blanchett that's in that one? I liked that movie. It's pretty long. But yeah, it's tough. You got to be careful because if you're doing a lengthy film, whew, something reeks. Everything's completely rotten. The refrigeration must have failed. Well, what's keeping the fans running then? Chrono, look. Passed away long ago, I suppose. He's holding something. What do you suppose this is? Looks like some kind of seed. Don't let Monsanto see this. Is that evil company that gets after farmers for cleaning their seeds? Seed, do you suppose it could grow in a place like this? The following is written on a soiled sheet of paper. Uh-oh. The rat is more than just a statue. It knows the secret of this dome. Catch it. Oh, The Departed was his. Man, that was a lot. Is that The Departed? Was that the one with all the headshots? Everybody was getting shot in the head. That was a long time ago. I might run away. Dash with the B button, catch him with the A button. Yeah, it's dash. Oh my. Come back here, you little B word. Got it. Squeak, I give up. I'll tell you everything, Squeak. Press and hold the L and R buttons, and then press the A button to access the secret passage. Don't make any mistakes or you'll be sorry. Okay, I was right. Okay, I was like partially right. I was pressing L and R when I was down here. Spoilers, Leo and Matt Damon sure got shot. Okay, I was thinking of the right movie. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I don't even remember that one. Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon, etc. Great film. Yeah, I'd have to watch it again. It'd be new to me at this point. I think I kind of wished for that when I was younger, and now I kind of regret it. Yeah, it's like, oh man, I wish I could forget these things so I could experience them again. And it's like, now I forget everything, so... kind of stinks. That's how that works. Mark Wahlberg. I can't even remember the last thing I saw him in. I'm sure there's something, but I don't remember it. I don't watch a whole lot anymore. I'm extremely picky. I don't know where that comes from. I think I have this like weird I think my problem with like TV and movies is like I like intellectual stuff, but I don't consider myself to be an intellectual because I don't know. It's not even like a modesty thing. I'll outright admit that I'm not like the brightest person in the world, but I really like to watch things that make me think. And I think that if something doesn't end in a way that leaves me like thinking or wondering, or then I don't care about it. I don't know. There are exceptions, like I don't watch Batman for that, you know, but... And I like ambiguity. I don't know where that comes from, but I hate when there's like a definitive ending. Especially if it's happy. I don't really like that. I don't know why. I like interpretation. I like when a movie makes people think and talk about it for like decades. I think that's the sign that you've really done a good job. Man, this room's loaded. Did I even go the right way? Oh, yeah, I guess I did. So this is the info center. Good, the computer's still operational. If we run a search on time warps, we might find our gate. Yeah, okay, sure. Why not? It's probably in there. Time warp wiki. Here, got it. Wiki warp. East of Aristone. This is what they thought GPS was going to look like in 95. That would be Protodome, I believe. Leave it to Luca. I'm beginning to think you could find anything with this device. Say, what does this button do? Oh no, it's Randy Pitchford's USB stick. 1999 AD. Visual record of the day of Lavos. Well, this is convenient. This says he loves film, story, action, romance, think pieces, all of it. People might talk about the new Snow White for decades still, and I don't think they did. Nah, I don't think people are going to talk about that one. I think it's only being talked about right now because Rachel Zegler won't shut her mouth. I feel like once she's gone, and annoying people like Gal Gadot, like nobody's going to talk about that anymore. Yeah, it does remind me of Mega Man X. I got to play that one too. That's like a good one I'm saving. What is that? Lavos? Is that what's destroying our world? We must truly be in the future. No way. I refuse to believe it. This can't be the way the world ends. Chrono. There's only one thing we can do. We must change history. Just like Chrono did when he saved me. Okay, Luca? Okay, Chrono? Sure. Yeah, game does move a little quick, but man, it felt like it took me 80 hours to get here as a kid. I guess so. It was a stroke of luck that we were sent here through that gate. Chrono, let's go. No. Okay. Chrono, Luca, together we can do this. Let's take a second and do some more research on Lavos activities back in our own time period. Is there even going to be anything to research? Next stop, Protodome. Can we hit the muscle dome? I didn't mean to examine that. Yeah, she might keep yapping for a few more decades. She is pretty young. They will talk about how they relaunched it a second time and lost even more money. Yep. Oh my god. She's one of those people that I'm like... I don't know. I hate using like the privilege word. But it's like, she just won't... Like, imagine you could go to your job and you just talk like all kinds of crap and turn off like your customer base big time and just cost your company like millions of dollars. And it's like, oh, you're still here. And meanwhile, I had like all these jobs as a kid where like if $2 was missing from my cash drawer, I got fired. And yet these people just, they don't shut up. And I'm like, I don't understand why that's not made part of like their like contracts and stuff. Like, yeah, you're gonna be in this movie. Keep your freaking mouth shut unless it's like an event or a press thing. And you know, if you're gonna say anything, it's got to be like approved by us first. Like, I just don't get it. It seems like people just can't help themselves now. They fight with their fan base and they go out of their way. Like, you get steaming piles of crap like Joker 2. That I feel like they only made that movie because they were mad that people liked the first one. So they're like, oh yeah? You're back. And I feel like the same thing happens with video games now, where It's like they go out of their way to make stuff that they know is going to upset people. And it's like, okay, you wasted millions on this. I guess you win. Well, what did you discover? This is our future. Huh? Who cares? Where's the food? I'd be him. That's all we could get. Seeds? You don't know how long the Enertron will hold out. Those seeds might be your only hope. You have to stay alive, and so do we. Huh? You're strange. You're different from us. I think it's because we're healthy. Whew! Yeah, just let him have it. Damn. Heel thigh? Got a nice ring to it, not healthy. We'll try growing the seeds. What are those? Just might be our future. Heading for Protodome? Go by way of Laboratory 32 and take this with you. Bike key. It's a key to the jet bike in Lab 32. I used to ride it when I was young. Hope it still works. Got more powerful robots over there. Take care and stay healthy. It's like, dude, if you want to buy some food, you could try selling your bike. It's just a crazy idea. It's like, no, I couldn't do that. It's like these rich people that they lose all their money and then they're like, I gotta sell my car collection? Cat snoring again. This dump? I need to go into the sewer, right? I mean, I could probably do that later. When I'm like overpowered. Got one mid-tonic. Guy shows up. Hey, what are you doing? Here comes Rick James. Hold it right there. Hey, it's the man. Like, thanks for the intro, babe. The man. You lowlifes can call me Johnny. Now listen up. Part of an old highway leads through these ruins. Think you can beat me in a bike race? Use that jet bike and don't chicken out, babe. Do you know how to ride? Yeah, whatever, I guess. Alright, listen up. The gas is on auto, so there's only one speed. Fast. Use the control pad to steer. Press B for a turbo boost. I'll give you 3 of them, but it takes a moment to recharge between boosts. Check your position on the bottom of the screen. Now show me what you got, babe. Alright, we'll try this. Time to embarrass myself. Look at those graphics. Riveting. He's doing what I want to do. I'm not very good at that anymore. You gotta like bump his... Yeah, what he's doing. I'm gonna lose this because you gotta be like ahead of him when it comes time to win. And half the time when you try it with a boost, you just kind of end up boosting right into his butt. Oh, I almost did it. Let's wander through the ruins. I think there's items anyways. But I like how it takes you back. You're worthless. Give it up. Go home. What losers. You can walk your way across. But that's Monster City. Riding. Wow! And I love how you just appear back here. Just like when you lose a race in real life. If there's any point to winning that. Do you even get anything? Does he give you something? Maybe he doesn't insult you if you win. Wreck 'em. Do wreck 'em pants. I saw a bunch of games got canceled, like that Black Panther one, and I think everybody's finally learning. Some of these game companies, they're just like, they're running out of piles of money to set on fire. Like, what is it? Is it Warner? No, who is it that made that stupid Kill the Justice League game? man, it's just like... And then it makes you wonder what it's like to be an investor. You're probably a clueless moron, but, you know, an investor in one of these companies where the company is seemingly, like, on purpose taking the money you've given them and just, like, lighting it on fire. It's astounding. Like, I can't even believe that it happens. But I feel like some of this stuff getting canned. And people, you know, just don't want to seem to face up to the reality that you need to make a product that people want. You know, for some reason, entertainment, like movies especially, and video games to an extent, we're kind of like taken over by, you know, just these like really loud, obnoxious people that, you know, catering to your fan base became a bad thing. It was somehow seen as like toxic, like, oh, you gave into the toxic fans. It's like, no, they're passionate people. You can't take anything that people love, you know, and when you've destroyed it and turned it into like a husk of what it was, then blame the people that cared about it in the first place. Like, it doesn't work that way, and it's just a shame that these people ever got to the helm. You know, but it proves that, like, gaming was never this, like, exclusionary space. Like, I remember being a kid, I wanted to be friends with anybody that played games. If you had that in common with someone, it was never like, oh, sorry, like, this is my space. You can't be a part of this. And, you know, proof is in the fact that all these weird people got in, and then they just wanted, it's weird, like, they just wanted to, like, destroy everything that was already established, and because they had no ideas of their own. It's really strange, you know, it's been weird to witness, and frustrating. But I feel like, you know, everything has to, like, course correct eventually. Hey, what's up, Fire Soul? This is still the greatest game ever made? Yeah, it's this right up there. You know, it's definitely timeless, I would say, so far. I mean, you know, it's not like it's a 4,000-year-old game, but I mean, it's still just as good as it ever was. Steven says, I'm surprised they had the room on the cartridge to put the racing minigame in. Yeah, I guess back in the day, they, you know, if Secret of Evermore is kind of an example, they talked about all the compression that they had to do to get the game to fit. I guess that's what really took the longest towards the end of the game's development. And, you know, and that was an inexperienced team, so you can imagine what Squaresoft was capable of back, you know, when they could do no wrong, you know, back when they just pumped out, like, great RPGs. It was probably pretty easy. You know, it's kind of like when you get a Nintendo game, and you're like, oh man, how big is the game? And it's like 4 gigs, you know, and it's this like whole big experience you can get like 100+ hours out of. And then you buy a game that was made in America, and it's like, oh, what's the file size? 470 gigabytes, and you're just like, what? So, I imagine if you know what you're doing, it was probably, yeah, I'm not trying to oversimplify it, but I bet you they knew how to do it. Back Before Spirits Within. Is that that's not that movie, is it? Within. Yeah, Final Fantasy, is that the movie? We don't talk about that. I only saw that once, and I don't remember it fondly. Yeah, me too. I think I went with a couple friends, and we ended up throwing candy at each other because we were the only 3 people. We had the whole screen to ourselves, and we sat really far apart because we were all dudes. So it's like, oh, you can't sit, you know, dudes, teenagers, can't sit close to each other. So we sat way apart, and after a while, we just started throwing like Skittles and stuff at each other because it made me sad. I was so pumped for that because I'm like, what? A Final Fantasy movie? Protodome. Saw the first Mortal Kombat in theaters too. No, not me. I did not see that one. It's hard to remember what movies I saw in theaters because it's been so long. I want to say I saw Jurassic Park, but that I'm not sure. I know if you go far enough, there were movies like Titanic I saw in theaters. I know I saw The Phantom Menace. Yeah, it's hard to remember. Came out punching and kicking as a kid. Oh yeah, that's like when you know, when you're grown up and you go see like a Fast and the Furious movie, and then when you're leaving, everybody's like doing burnouts, and like you hear tires squealing and people are racing, and you're just like, oh my god, it's just a movie, guys. But yeah, it turned everybody into like a friggin' street racer. I saw Bubble Boy in theater. Oh man, the movie's doing good. Seriously, go watch Bubble Boy. Really, Bubble Boy? How old is that? I wonder if I have seen that one. That sounds familiar. Is it old? Maybe I haven't. Endertron. You're welcome. Alright, so now what we're working on, let's see. Yep, here's Robo. I like Robo. And what's this? It's in bad shape, but appears to be a humanoid robot. Incredible. I think I can fix it. What? It might attack us. I'll make sure it won't. Machines aren't capable of evil. Humans make them that way. Luca, you pity them, don't you? Let me get to work now, okay? Sleep on the floor. Door won't budge. Right, that does it. I'm going to give it some juice. Here we go. At least he's got sweet dance moves, right? She made sure to install those. Good morning. Mo? Good morning, mistress. What is your command? Not your mistress, Amaro. And this is Chrono. And Luca here fixed you. Understood, Madam Luca fixed me. Just Luca will do. Impossible, that would be rude. Look, I hate formal titles. Don't you, Marl? Hate them. I understand, Luca. Alright, now what's your name? Name? My serial number is R66Y. R66Y? Cool. No, that won't do it all. Come on, Chrono, let's give him a better name. How about Robo? Robo? Well, that's perfect. Your new name is Robo, okay? I am Robo. Data storage complete. Hey, Robo, why aren't there any people here? What has happened here? There were many humans and others of my kind in this dome. I think something awful happened here. It would appear so. He didn't notice until now? But how is it that you survived? We came through a time warp from the year 1000. While exploring Aristone, we learned there was a gate here. We found you when we came looking for the gate. Well, at least a robot's a really good person to tell this to, because he'll believe you. The door to the inner chamber's locked, so we're out of luck. Not even Robo can yeet that. Power's off. If we go to the factory up north, I can pass through security and activate the dome's generator. You do that for us? You repaired me. Now it's my turn to help you. The generator won't run for long, so someone must stay behind to open the door while the power is on. Marl or I will stay. Who will stay behind? Oh, Grandma's Boy is amazing. I love that movie. Let's see, what else did I miss here? Rolling Kansas? I've not heard of that one. Steven says he saw Spirits Within too. Wondered what it had to do with Final Fantasy. He probably the same reaction I had. Similar to how I wonder what Chrono Cross had to do with Chrono Trigger. Yeah, right? And that's why I tell people that, like, Chrono Cross it didn't need the trigger tie-in. They shouldn't have called it that. They should have called it something else. Because I think it's such a good game on its own. It's actually kind of brought down, I think, by the tie-in. It just, I don't know. It feels kind of weird. It's like awkward. It's too late in the game, too. They kind of dump it all on you. Who should I leave here? Who should I leave behind? Bought Chrono Cross at launch at Electronics Boutique. Got the bonus soundtrack selection CD. Oh, wow. I don't even think I remember that. Came with a bonus soundtrack CD. I think that was yet another game that my older brother picked up and I just kind of copied. I got stuck in Chrono Cross for so long. I think it's when you need to open up the entrance to the Dead Sea. I could not figure that out. Jason says, Final Fantasy Spirits Within sucked. 2 hours of people yelling bullets don't hurt them while continuously shooting at the enemies. Yeah, that reminds me of Tales of Legendia when you're in battle and you just hear your allies go, he's resisting the Eris. They're resisting the Eris. And I was like, well, stop casting it on him. Let's see, I'll leave Luca here. Right, I'll handle things here. Don't want to get in trouble for, with Marl again with her father. Steven says, yep, I think I did too. I remember going to Electronics Boutique to pick up Vortex for SNES. And man, I remember that game being horrible. I think I played it twice. Yeah, because what the heck was Spirits Within? Like, was it that people turned into ghosts? I don't even remember, like, what the premise was. Probably better that way. Yeah, nowadays you can find out... Shoot. That's why I say that things are, like, nomadic now. It's like everybody just eats it up, moves on, and, it's that way with everything. A show, a movie, like, damn. Within hours. Yep, Nintendo Power, yeah, and they gave everything a good review because they wanted you to buy it. It's funny to think of that stuff now. Boy, as a kid, it really didn't seem that way. You just thought every game was good. Aura Beam. Gotta walk through there and trigger the fight. But then again, I like plenty of stuff that other people don't. Like, I still maintain that the Mario Brothers movie is good. I think you just have to, I don't know, enjoy it for what it is. I saw it as a kid, so I didn't really see it as, like, probably how adults did. Lab area, to the left, right's factory. I think I want to do the lab first, right? Do not turn off the conveyor belt in the factory. Don't remember where we want to go first. Bought my Nintendo Power stuff. People are buying even the inserts to games. I sold a pile of inserts and a few manuals for $100. Stevens. Yeah, everything is everything is like a collector's item now, and I feel like it's, I don't know. Some of it I'm sure is just tied to money. You know, people. I've seen some of the like weirdest or crappiest stuff. People will pay money for it. You know. I think I sold an instruction manual once. I don't even remember how I had it. I think it might have been back from when you traded stuff into GameStop, and you knew that they just threw the cases and manuals and everything in the trash. So I think I kept it, and I think I got like $20 for like a manual. I think it was for Kirby's, what was that Kirby collection that came out for like the Wii? The Kirby Dream Collection or whatever? I got some decent money for like just the book. I mean, it's... I think I wanted to go on the one on the right first. Yeah, I think Fire Soul mentioned Alundra 2 last time. That's a series I never played, Alundra. Yeah, and inflation definitely has something to do with it. The prices of everything. And plus, I think people are... I don't know how to describe it. Kind of... It's probably related to what I was talking about earlier about everything, like kind of like an ebb and a flow and like stuff coming like full circle. I feel like now we have a, you know, a whole like generation or group of people that's just, you know, they buy stuff, they, you know, it's about buying and having. It's like when you see these pictures on social media of people that have, oh, I just bought my Switch game number 1102, and it's like, how many of those have you played? And I feel like inevitably these people always get to a point where, you know, 10, 20 years in the future, they make a video, they're like, I sold my whole collection. And it's like, yeah, because you just get to a point where you realize, like, you've got all this stuff, and there's, like, no time to enjoy any of it, so you part with it. Now I just think there's people that just, they buy things. And I've definitely done that. You know, I had my years of that. I felt like I had to buy, like, every game that came out. It took a while, you know, because you kind of have to like learn to anticipate your own behavior. You know, you're like, this is going to come out, I'm going to feel like I have to get it because it won't be available later, you know, especially after like the console's like lifespan has, you know, ended, and then you just get to a point where it's like freeing, you know, you're just like, I don't need this. I don't need it. I'm not going to play it. I know. I think stuff, I almost kind of hate to say it, I feel like stuff will stay high as long as, you know, like, the world is okay. You know, like, let's say something, like, really terrible happened tomorrow that affected the entire world. I definitely think that stuff like that would fall by the wayside, and it would be forgotten, and it would just, nobody would care about it anymore. But I think as long as everything's alright and gaming is, you know, there's entertainment, right? As long as entertainment is still in abundance, I think that stuff will always retain its value. Just because at this point, I mean, shoot, video games in a weird way, some people consider them investments. You know, it kind of disgusts me a little bit, but when you see people that they buy a game and they slap it inside a plastic shell and they put some meaningless grade on it, and it's like, well, that game's gone now. Like, it's meant to be played, but now it's stuck in a plastic shell, and it's a set piece, or it's, oh, I paid $1,000, so I want to see if it goes up, and it becomes an investment. It's weird. It's like gold or something, and it's like all because somebody took care of that item, and now it's in the hands of somebody that, maybe I have a weird, I don't know if like jaded or cynical is the word, like maybe I'm not looking at it right, because it's really up to the person, but to me it's like, I don't know, it'd be kind of like getting a copy of a book and you don't read it, you put it inside a plastic case or something, which I guess I can understand for, you know, oh, this is like a first edition, and you know, most of them are destroyed, and there's only like one left. I guess it makes sense sometimes, but video games are weird. I don't know. Yeah, Earthbound. Man, that was a game I always wanted to buy. It's funny you mentioned that one. And then it just never came up. Never happened in my life. And now it's like ridiculously expensive. Especially if you want one that's like decent. Even a piece of crap one where like the label's like sun bleached and peeling and there's like whiteout and clay and candle wax like stuck on it and they're like $400. Wow. Yeah, I've... 2 perfect copies. I sold them for... Yeah. And then I think of the stuff that I owned once upon a time that I sold for like nothing. And now it's insanely expensive to replace, but... Just gotta kind of let go. Can't worry about it too much, because... It's going for like 150. I sold it for like 40 bucks. Yeah, I got a copy of... I don't remember. It's been so long, but I think I found a copy at GameStop or something a long time ago. Back when you could get, like, these kinds of games at GameStop for, like, $8. Nobody wanted them, you know? Everybody that grew up with that kind of stuff was getting rid of it. And I feel like back then you kind of have this, like... Well, I could always buy it back, you know? That's like your mentality. Maybe you don't think that explicitly, but... well, you can't do that now. And I feel like COVID really, you know, put a shot in the arm, you know, because everybody was at home, and everybody had this money, and everybody was, like, sitting around bored online shop. So everybody was kind of thinking about the same stuff. I feel like that... Because before that, I feel like you could still find some, like, decent deals and stuff. Man, how many fights do I have to do just because I got caught? This is crazy. I don't remember this. Does this just lead out, or is there, like, something out here? Yeah, I'm done. I've kind of gotten to a point where I'm trying to not buy stuff, not have so much crap. Like, there's no time to enjoy it all. Like, I had all these portable systems that, you know, you have to worry about the batteries. You know, it's like, okay, I haven't used this in a while. I need to take the battery out. You know, I can't let it sit. And it's like you have a DS, a 3DS, you know, a PSP, or you have a Game Boy Advance, you know, SP or whatever. It's like, you got all this stuff, and it's bad enough with me, like, just having, like, the only controllers I really want to worry about are my DualShock 3s, like, making sure that those are, like, charged, and I still use my PS3 every now and then, but having so much, the Wii U, back when I had the Wii U, you know, I think the console itself was prone to failure, and then you got to worry about the stupid gamepad battery, and it's just like I had so many things that had batteries in them that you can't, like, easily replace anymore, like, and it just stinks having, like, that stuff, like, always in the back of your mind, because time flies, and you'll charge something, and then before you know it, it's been unplugged for like 3 weeks, battery's long dead, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm tired of, like, having all this stuff. Like, that's why I got rid of so much, because I couldn't take it anymore. And yeah, you either disassemble it and take the batteries out and toss it in storage, and then, you know, it just sits in storage and you're not using it. Or you're constantly plugging it in and charging it and letting it die over and over again. So now it's like I've got the Switch. I think that's, like, the only major, like, game machine I have that uses a battery. And then a Switch and the Switch Lite, so I guess you could say I have 2, but I still have my PSP, but I think it's the battery's taken out. I haven't used that in a while. Yeah, I think you told me I think we talked about the FF7 Versus guidebook in a stream. Maybe it was The Secret of Evermore? Not sure when that had come up, but you got $100, yeah, $124. Yeah, you can... Even guides that are, like, torn up now are worth a lot of money. I think I have the Secret of Evermore guide. I also got that before COVID. I think I only paid, like, $30 or $40 for it. I don't know what they're worth now, but I was trying to collect some of that stuff that I wanted, and then I wasn't interested anymore once everything was like jacked up to like 4 times what it was worth before COVID. And I'm like, I'm good. I remember I sold a the strategy guide to Golden Sun. It was like it had both games, and mine had somehow gotten water damage over the course of the years, where the papers get all like ruffled along the edges and stuff. And like even then I listed that on eBay for a decent amount of money. I probably got like 50, 60, 70 bucks. Because yeah, people want that stuff even if it's not in like the best shape. That was a cool guide. I liked that had both games. Bloodborne Anniversary Strategy Guide. Maybe worth something in the future for sure. Yeah, that's cool. Bloodborne got a guide. Yeah, that's... What am I doing? Just pushing a button combination? Enter any 2 of the letters. A, B, X, Y. Did I not do it right? That's weird. What's going on here? Stupid? What the hell's going on? I don't remember this. It's like a password? God. Just guess you have to guess. I think there's probably a note somewhere telling me what to do. Yeah, the Super Mario RPG guidebook that I have is worth a lot, even torn up. Oh, I wish I had that. That's a game I love. I wish I had the guide for that one. I only managed to snag a few before things got bad. I've Breath of Fire 3, I have Breath of Fire 4, Star Ocean 3. I don't have very many guides. I think I have the one for Final Fantasy 13. Yeah, now games don't really get guides anymore. I think it's either out or it's coming out. I think I remember seeing you could pre-order like the guide for Metaphor. That'd be a cool one to have a guide for. Yeah, now it's just probably like special cases that someone can afford to make it. Ever since I was a kid, I tried to get the guide for every game I got. Yeah, same here. I remember places like GameStop used to be able to go in and pre-order the game and the guide. At me in here. Was this place like a bank or something? Yeah, I haven't bought the Metaphor guide either. I kind of just, I'm a little unsure because I still haven't beaten the game even once. And while I do like it, I'm just like, ugh, it's a little long-winded. And I just kind of running out of steam for stuff like that. Now I just appreciate it from afar. I'm just like, that's cool, it's getting a guide. Bought Armored Core 6 book, but never had the game. had just like strategy guides for just the weapon and armor lists, the enemy lists, like stuff like that was cool to have. I don't know if it was versus books. I think there was like a really, really cool Pokemon. I don't remember which strategy guide it was. There was a Pokemon game that had like the best guide. I can't remember which one it was. It was red and blue or gold and silver. I remember loving that strategy guide. Switch 2's coming out. A couple days. Who's pumped? This is just the back way into that like conveyor room, I think, right? I love watching all the like clickbaity, you know, all the wonderful videos that people produce about Switch 2. I don't know. I'm not even getting one, but I love watching the people freak out about it that you know are gonna buy it anyways. Defense lock code named Zaby. X-A-B-Y. Still got like one more barrel to move. I don't want to go back in that freaking room though, because there's like a million fights in there. I think I have to, don't I? Ugh. Just don't mind me, guys. Gotta figure out which combination I didn't use. I think it takes care of B. Oh, there we go. Jeez. Trigger formation arts figures are awesome. I managed to pick up all 5 before they blew up. I don't even remember those. Was that a long time ago? Yeah, I'll probably hold out on Switch 2 before the, until there's, something that I want. We'll see what that is. Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat. I just hope it's not crap. It's really all I want. I mean, everybody's kind of like freaking out. Well, people probably really aren't, but they just like the clicks and the views. But it's like, come on, guys, this is Nintendo. They generally, while they do make like harebrained decisions in some regard, they generally do release like quality stuff. Because now everybody, I don't know how substantiated it is, but there's like this story going around that some people like tried to, scan the chips inside the system to like hack it or mod it or whatever, and there's some kind of failsafe in there that if it detects like voltage changes, it just like bricks the console. And now you got people that are like, oh, what happens if I plug it in and to charge it and it's not plugged in all the way? And it's like, look, I would like to believe that Nintendo's done like pretty rigorous testing on this thing. Obviously they're not going to be able to idiot proof it, but I don't know, we'll see. Like, I don't think it's gonna have this big bricking issue that everyone's freaking out about. It's just, I remember the day when like new stuff was coming out and like everybody was just excited for it. But I don't know, apparently that doesn't get like views and clicks and money and stuff anymore. Everybody's gotta pretend to be like outraged by everything. Yeah, I honestly wonder about that, the price, just because I don't know. I feel like we don't really have anything to worry about until like scalpers aren't buying things. I think that'll be like the first sign that things aren't going too hot. It was when scalpers aren't looking to get their hands on stuff. But I don't know. because there are people like myself that are normally like pretty pumped for console releases, and I'm just like happy to sit this one out. So I don't know, we'll see. You know, I guess if you know, Wave 2, Wave 3, if those come and go, and you know it's not selling, I guess it'll depend on how much weight they throw behind it, because there's a lot of stuff that they can do to sweeten the deal. You know, they could give people, you know, like 6 months or a year of Nintendo Switch Online, which, you know, it's not really going to cost them anything, tangible at least. And then if that fails, you know, they could bundle in like a game, like a digital game, that's the same thing. It's not going to cost them anything, like, that they have to manufacture. And then I guess if all else fails, they could just adjust the price like they did with the 3DS. But yeah, it kind of makes you wonder, because like it won't be really competing with anything major right now. It's not like Sony or Microsoft are releasing anything that it would have to kind of share space with. But then again, it is also pushing, you know, commanding a pretty hefty price that, you know, a lot of like handheld computer systems now, like the Steam Deck. I say Steam Deck, but I kind of just talking about that space. I think there's what, the ROG Ally, or there's like a ton of them now. It's getting pretty crowded. So, but Nintendo still has its first party stuff, which is generally what people buy their stuff for, because I guess we'll see. You know, right in the beginning, it's just Mario Kart. I feel like, and I think that's something that helped me make my decision. Is I was like, I'm just gonna get this and play old games on it. I'm just gonna throw in Breath of the Wild, and you know, I don't need this. You know, I'm just gonna play old games. Yeah, Steven says there's nothing the Switch 2 has that I would really want, honestly. Yeah, for me right now, that's, and I feel like that's pretty common. You know, when new systems are coming out, like, it's like, you know, I don't need to have it right just yet. But sooner or later, there will be something, I'm sure, that I'm like, oh man, I gotta get my hands on that. Like, I don't know what it'll be, but I'm sure it'll be something. They'll finally give us like Mother 3 or something. I don't know. I feel like these days it's just like, for me it's like Star Ocean. I can't really think of anything that really pushes me to buy a console anymore. It's not Final Fantasy anymore, that's for sure. Like it used to be. Final Fantasy used to be something that I would run out and maybe if they did like an Earthbound remake in the style of they did Mario RPG in. All systems down, defense lasers are off. But yeah, it's hard to imagine, because I feel like sometimes you got to know what your customer wants before they do. And then that's when you really get people to buy stuff. And so, but then also I'm probably not who they're catering to. You know, I'm not anymore. Wow, the Switch 1 didn't have anything you wanted, Stevens? Really? That, man, there's a lot of games on that thing. Nothing. There was nothing? Last Nintendo system you bought was the N64. Whoo-wee, that's a long time ago. Jason said he wants improved Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Donkey Kong, Bonanza, Mario Kart World. Yeah, Donkey Kong Bonanza and Mario Kart World look pretty cool. I'm excited for Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but that's, you know, I'm happy to wait for those. I don't know. Mario Kart World, yeah, I mean, you're probably smart to get in early, just because that's going to be, it's going to be when, like, you really get to enjoy the game, you know, before everybody's, like, got it all dissected and figured out, and everybody's using the same cars and, you know, the same parts and the same movement mechanics and racing behavior, and I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right, GameCube stuff also is I'm going to switch to... Yeah, the Switch... I think the Switch really did have a lot. They made a ton. Holy crap. And then it makes you wonder how long it's going to go on. You know, after it's... Switch 2's out. You know, they'll probably still be making Switch 1 games. So I want to get in the other one now and go... Or is this only the factory floor? This is only... Yeah, I don't need down here anymore, I don't think. Because I have the stupid code. He said he has 140 Switch titles. Wow. Steven says, I got a Switch for my girlfriend back in the day because she wanted to play Splatoon with her. Or I wanted to play Splatoon with her. I jumped on it 2 or 3 times and I played a little bit of SNES archive. Yeah. I find I bounce around. I still have a Switch. I don't use it a whole lot, but then every now and then I will. It's a neat little system. It's... I do think it's hilarious that so many people wanted like a Switch Pro or whatever for the longest time, and then Nintendo finally makes one, and everybody's like... They're like, oh, it's barely, like, more powerful, or... I probably didn't need to mess with that. Okay, kind of lost because I've been, like, talking and not paying attention. Yeah, what does that come out? Thursday? That's gonna be a crazy day. People have been taking pictures of it for sale in stores. You can't buy it, but... Or you're not supposed to be able to. Some people have managed to get a hold of it, and they're pissed off that you need like a day 1 update. And like, call me kind of crazy. I don't really agree with the practice of like needing some kind of day 1 update to unlock a product. But I actually think that if it works out for Nintendo, I bet you we're going to see more, you know, more companies copy this, and it'll become more commonplace, you know? Because I understand why they're doing it. You know, you work on something for who knows how many years, sometimes probably like 10 plus years. And it's gotta suck, you know, when things leak and release early, you know, or people steal them. You know, so close to the finish line. And that's really what I think a lot of people are mad about, is that they've obtained something illegally and they can't do anything with it. But you try to tell somebody that and they're like, oh, stop defending the billion-dollar company. And I'm like, how about you think for yourself instead of using like homogenized language you heard on the internet? I'm a time capsule. You're not going to hear any of that crap out of me. I don't do that. But yeah, try thinking for yourself online. Nobody wants to hear that. It's like, I'm not defending it. I'm just telling you why Nintendo's doing it. Yeah, I can kind of relate, Stevens, to the PlayStation 5, actually. That would be the case for me. Like, we have one in the house. I don't really use it. And it's weird, too, because PlayStation has a lot of... And I know a lot of the games have come to PC, but I say exclusives. But I actually surprisingly use my Xbox more, which to some people might seem really strange. But, yeah, so for me, that would be the PS5. It's just, it kind of sits. Sea of Stars. You've mentioned that before. I gotta get back to that one. I think I remembered the other... Oh my god, I gotta stop trying to get on the elevator. I remembered the other day, I think I had Game Pass. And I think Game Pass expired, and that was why I stopped playing Sea of Stars. These are not your friends, Robo. He knows all their names, though. He's in for an ass whooping, though. Oof! What are you doing? You are defective. You've been tainted. Pardon? I'm malfunctioning? Affirmative. A defect? I'm a defect? Have you forgotten our mission? All intruders must be eliminated. That was my purpose? You shame us. You must be destroyed. Uh-oh. Hello. Chrono, Robo's getting whipped. Now stop. These are my brothers. Getting whipped, huh? Please stop, please. But yeah, these days I figure, you know, there's like a, you know, there's customer bases for, you know, a lot of different things. Like, you have like these weird little things like the Evercade and oh, there's probably a million of them that I'm forgetting. These little project pieces that people make. And then you just have like, you know, basically what's a handheld PC that can play games like the Steam Deck. I feel like there's a little something for everybody. Cocky boxes of bolts, you'll never get away with this. So that's why I don't crap on anything. Like, I don't know. I just feel like, what happened to just being like, oh yeah, it's not for me. Fucking stink, because there's like so many of them. Until you like start managing to like take a couple of them out. Yeah, this part is kind of sad. Like, they just beat the crap out of him, and you just fixed him. Yeah, it's kind of like when you're watching, what, Short Circuit, and every time Johnny Five gets, like, beat up and broken, it's really sad. Well, I kind of feel the same way about, like, RoboCop when he gets beat up, and I'm like, oh, no. Man, these guys are, like, professional wrestlers. I love how sometimes they come over and punch you, and then sometimes they just rocket punch you. I don't feel like walking all the way over there, punch you in the face. I am still excited to see what people think of the Switch 2. I'll definitely be like watching stuff that day and listening to stuff at work when I should be working, because who wants to do that? But to me, that's part of the enjoyment. I don't need to have it in my hands, you know. It's FOMO doesn't. I love it. You know, we all have like things we like and dislike about ourselves, but like FOMO doesn't work on me. I don't care. I don't need to have the latest stuff. It's just, and I think that's the reason why a lot of people get it, is because they're just like, oh no, I can't miss out. It's like, dude, you'll be fine. Oh, I thought he like self-destructed. Here I'm sitting here not attacking him. Because a lot of people think that Nintendo's gonna do the whole thing what they did with the Wii. I don't even think it was intentional, where like you just can't find one. They trashed him. And so everyone's like, oh, I gotta get one now because I won't be able to find it later. And it's like, I think you'll be fine. What should we do? Robo just got creamed. I love it. He got whipped and then creamed. Colonel, let's take him back to Luca. I don't know. He's really heavy. Jason says, I can't wait to get my hands on it, either doing the midnight launch or picking it up first thing the morning of the... Yeah. See, and yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's an experience in itself, you know, just taking a day to enjoy something new, you know. It only comes along, what, once every 6, 7, 8 years you get some, like, major new toy to play with, and it's harder to find the time the older you get, so it's kind of like a nice way to feel like you're going back in time. You're trying to save our world? I don't know how far we'll get, but that's the plan. Anyway, Robo, what are you going to do when you're repaired? Hopefully not get beat up again. What am I going to do? Yeah, I mean, what plans do you have for the future? But no No one has ever asked me that before. How do you know? You were broken. New console launches are like Christmas to me. Yeah, I still get excited about them, but in a way that doesn't involve spending a lot of money. Look, you're incredible. I hope I never have to do that again. Yeah, you just fixed his ass like twice in a few hours. Look, I've made up my mind. I want to go with you. There's nothing left for me here. Together, maybe we can give this planet of ours a chance. Yeah, because nobody in the freaking past is going to be weirded out by me walking around with a robot. Does anyone even in the game even address it? Then let's go. The gate's up ahead. Nobody finds it weird. Hang on to your shorts. This is like that Chris Houlihan room or whatever from A Link to the Past. They got too many people going through the gate. It doesn't know where to send you. So it sends you to the secret room full of rupees. Oh, don't feel bad about that, Jason. Same way. I remember I went to my GameStop the day the Wii U came out. And here I'm there early, and I'm like, man, there's going to be a line. And there was nobody there. And I was like, oh, I got the right day, right? And I sat outside the store. And even when it came time for the store to open, like 2 other people showed up. And then the poor people that worked at GameStop looked at me and they were like, we knew you'd be the first one here. And I was like, I don't know if that's a compliment. Oh, I still liked the Wii U. It was really, you can think of it as like a very, very rough prototype of the Switch. You know, couldn't have had the Switch without the Wii U. It was alright, you know. The gamepad was like a little heavy. You couldn't venture very far from the console with it. What, like, they probably told you like 12 feet or something like that, but that was baloney. I feel like you got like 6 feet away and your games would start stuttering. Ah, more guests. What do you mean guest? And where are we? Why, this is the end of time, of course. All lost travelers in time wind up here. Now, where are you from? We're from Guardia Kingdom, circa 1000 AD. I come from 2300 AD. When 4 or more beings step into a time warp, I like that is the limit. Conservation of time theorem states that they will turn up at the space-time coordinates of least resistance. Here. Disturbances in the space-time continuum have increased recently. Far too many folks are just popping in here. I fear something is having a powerful effect on the very fabric of time. Which means one of us has to remain here. Stay here? Alone? It's pretty bleak here. But not to worry, all time periods connect here. You can visit your friends whenever you wish, but you can never travel in groups greater than 3. That's kind of a weird way to say you can only have 3 party members. So one of us must stay. Who will it be, Chrono? Well, it's gotta be Robo, because we got magic to learn. Please come for me whenever you need me. So there you have it. Don't forget, press the Y button to switch party members, just like in real life. How do we get back to our time? See those lovely pillars of light? Those hook you up to different eras. Once you've been through a gate, you can always use it to come here. To use the gate from here, step inside the light and press A button. But beware the gate, which leads from the bucket. I think I try to leave, he yells at me. Yep. Hey! Don't be in such a rush. Before you go, take a peek inside the room behind me. Yeah, I think I'm gonna learn magic, and then that's probably a fantastic spot to bookmark it. Made a lot of progress today. We got pretty far. Specchio, the Master of War. I've seen all kinds of battles from here. How do I look to you guys? He looks weak. I see. Let's put it this way. If you're strong, I look strong. If you're weak, I look weak. You were strong of will. That's why the old one let you through. Long before you were born, there was a kingdom where magic flourished. Everyone there could use it. But in time, people began to abuse their powers. It got so bad that no one was allowed to use magic except wizards. But you have it. Determination, I mean. Magic needs power of the heart. It needs inner strength. Magic is divided into 4 types. Lightning, fire, water, and shadow. You with the punk hairdo, you're lightning. The one with the ponytail is water. The one with the goofy glasses is fire. Not just magic, but everything is based on the balance of these 4 powers. Think magic, and starting from the door, walk clockwise along the walls of my room 3 times. Don't lose track now. I'll lose track. 1. 2. And 3. Very good! Ipso facto minimo magico. Yeah, magic. This was so cool back in the day, like playing this for the first time. Because like when you hit that, what is it, like slash, like it's just like 2 techniques in. You go into your status screen, you notice that you're like not learning anymore. And you're like, that's it? This is all you learn for like techniques? That stinks. And then you get here. Alright, this battle can be kind of tough. If I remember correctly, he hits hard. Yeah, look at that. Holy floof. You can lose against him pretty bad. Oh wow, I actually made it into the... Like, you kind of have to keep someone... That wasn't so bad. On, just to heal. Yeah, I bought a lot of games for the Wii U. I don't remember exactly what. I know I had what was it? New Super Mario Bros. U. I'm trying to remember what else like came out around when it launched. Spent way too much money, but I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah, you have to like really quickly get into your healing because he hits, man. He hits hard. Oh yeah. Oh man, he murdered her. I liked Zombie U. That game was pretty scary. It just had some problems. You know, it was very buggy. And I died so many times to like unfair crap. But like the premise was really cool. Yeah, I actually beat him. Woohoo! Since I was one of 3 people picking up the Wii to launch my GameStop, we were all getting the deluxe black model 32 gigs. They only had those 3 units ordered. Woof! Most embarrassing. Humph, don't make a habit of this. Here, take this. This for you. Vecchio special refresher set. Magic tab and 5 ethers. Yeah! I am the master of war. Whew, sometimes I scare myself. You guys are too much. Bring newcomers to meet me. Yeah, he's tough, man. First time I fought him, totally underestimated and got my butt whooped. Well, well, people who lived long ago had all enjoyed such powers. Now I know you're itching to go ripping back and forth through time, but first, you need to return to your era. You must hurry. The longer you remain here, the harder it will be to change that which must be changed. Stop by whenever you're in the area. The area? Yeah, I'd Wind Waker HD. I think that was, let me try to remember this. There was some kind of deal. I don't remember what it was. I think Nintendo... Was it if you bought Mario Kart 8, you could get a free digital game, and that's how I got the Wind Waker HD. I don't remember what the deal was. Nintendo Land was pretty fun, too. For what it was, you know. Yeah, I wish Zombie U had been a little more ironed out, because I think it was really cool that each time you died, you played as someone different. You could find other players that had died and were like zombies. That was pretty cool. The game was, I think, pretty scary. I just didn't like the fact that the aim was really floaty. Like, it was so hard to aim at anything. Whether that was by design or they just didn't know what they were doing. And you could die to flukes. Like, I remember one time I climbed up this ladder, and at the top of the ladder there was nothing but like a landing and a door. Well, I couldn't go through the door because it was barricaded, and there was a zombie on the other side. So I went to climb back down the ladder, and the zombie kept like glitching through the door and grabbing me, because it was this animation. It was like, you can't flee because the zombie's so close to you, it automatically grabs you to prevent that. But it's like, it's glitching through the door, so when the animation ends and I'm pulled back up to the top of the ladder, I can't kill it, so I was essentially stuck. Like, the game just had like the weirdest problems. But yeah, the concept was really cool. And I never played it when it came to... Because I think you can get it now on, like, PlayStation and, what, maybe even Xbox. I don't know, but... And this is zombie now. But, I mean, for a launch title, I mean, it was pretty creative. Is that a Ubisoft game? And I hate them. Ubisoft's one of those companies, I'm like, how are they still around? Like, who's buying their shit? Like, sorry, I don't mean... like, I don't like swearing, but... like... I just don't get it. They make trash, and like, how are they still in existence? But it doesn't sound like they're doing too good these days. Backpack inventory with the tablet idea. Yeah, it was, and like how your character was vulnerable while you were managing your items. You had to do all kinds of things like pull boards off that were barricading doors, and... Oh, I remember another one that screwed me. I was trying to flee from this horde, and I just wanted to run into the tiny little area where the manhole cover was that allowed you to fast travel. But when I tried to open the door, it was like, loading. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm gonna die because the game has to load this singular room that has like nothing in it but a manhole. Are you joking? Like, I was like, why is that area not already loaded into memory? It's one room! So yeah, I died. I had so many cheap deaths that I couldn't believe. Here I thought I was gonna make it, but the opening was cool. The opening of Zombie U, where, like, they just put you in control and, like, you've got to run. And I survived that the first time that I played. Oh my god, like, that was, like, terrifying. Like, that's a hell of a way to open a game. They just give you control, and they're like, you better run. It's like, oh, what the what? Already? And the prepper, he was and how he talked to you. And, like, I hope this isn't, like, spoilers, please, nobody that's played Zombie U. But, like, when he turns and he's, like, yelling at you at the end of the game, and he's, like, telling you to get the hell out of his safe house. That game, it had so much to it that was awesome. But man, ooh, it was pretty shoddily put together, unfortunately. And it never got ironed out. Oh, Fire Soul also went on the Wii U. Bought the Zelda console Bundaroo. Oh, there was a Zelda one? I think was that the Wind Waker? Probably forgot about that. Bought the PS4 for Bloodborne. I still gotta play Bloodborne. That's on my list. Oh, what was my first Souls game? I think my first experience was Dark Souls on PS3. I never played Demon Souls. Yeah, I think it was Dark Souls on PS3. I think that was the first time. I love Sekiro. Sekiro. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Is it Sekiro? Sekiro? Say Sekiro? I don't know. I think they use that word in the game. You think I would know it? I beat that game. I used no guides. And I still have the clip. I think I uploaded it to my channel. I think I did. Of me beating that game for the first time. And I was like, because I want to look back on this one day. I did terrible, but I did it. Everybody says Bloodborne is like amazing. I need to play this game. Because out of all of them, Bloodborne is the one. And that's getting like a spiritual successor, right? Like it's basically Bloodborne 2. I have some videos on my channel from launch Bloodborne PS4 recordings. Wow. Launch Bloodborne. Poof. That's going back. Yeah, I wish I had recorded more game stuff. I feel like I recorded stuff for years and then I never saved any of it because I'm an idiot. Like the aesthetics, Wetner, some New Game Plus stuff. Nothing special. Just wow. I'll have to watch some of that. It will get a sequel. Well, isn't it kind of, sort of? What's this? Oh god, what is that game that's coming out? And everyone's like, oh, it's Bloodborne 2, but it's not called that. Oh, even Jason says Bloodborne is my favorite, but there's some bias because it was the first Soulsborne I got hooked on. I forget the order I played. The Duskbloods, okay. Is that made by the same? Oh god, what am I looking for here? Is it like the same whoever made Bloodborne, the person, producer or designer, whatever it is, creative director, I think. Okay, yeah, From Software. Okay. Is it just that Sony owns Bloodborne? Is that why they didn't call it? Is that the deal there? I'm not sure like why it's, or is it just not Bloodborne 2? It's just okay. It's only a timed exclusive. Okay, it's just that all the FromSoft games have crossover stuff. Oh, okay. So I will get Duskbloods on PC. Yeah, I think I played the Dark Souls games in order. One, and then I didn't play 2 until Scholar of the First Sin, I think it was called, came out. And then I didn't play 3 until you could get, what was it, the Fire Fades edition. And then Sekiro, I just picked it up randomly one day. I think it was on sale at Target or on clearance or something. So I grabbed it on like a whim. And that is my favorite one. So even though I played others before it, that's like my favorite. I love that game. And I've only beaten it once because it was like so... It was such an experience. I was like, I can't do this again right now. Jason said he was looking forward to Duskbloods until I discovered it's a multiplayer focused game. Ew. Like more so than typically what's... Is it like Elden Ring more so like that? That's another one I haven't played. Axiom Verge. Is that a Metroidvania? I've heard about that one. If I have it right. Axiom Verge. Somebody told me about that one. 8-player multiplayer? Is it like co-op or is that all like just every man for himself? Oh, player versus player and versus enemy. I hope there's... I don't know. I hope there isn't like a lot of crappy ways people can like troll, because I don't know. I never really liked the multiplayer components in the Dark Souls games much, just because I found that whenever somebody invaded your game, all they did was like run away. Like they would run towards enemies, and there was some item you could use to make like the enemies attack the invader, but it did not last long enough. And I feel like they would just kind of run around and just waste your time and wait to use some kind of like meta thing that they looked up to kill you, and it just got annoying. You know, every invader basically played the same. So after a while, I think I just played the game offline. That, and I like to use trainers. Oh, I think you told me about those before. Is that like cheap? Which must be used offline. So they're doing a big focus on multiplayer. Because, yeah, I haven't played Elden Ring yet. And that just got some new game, right? That I think's like pretty heavy on like the multiplayer. How do they make all these games? I feel like they're just cranking them out now. Yeah, Elden Ring will be a new experience for me. I don't think I've ever like looked up anything about it. I'm pretty good at avoiding spoilers. I don't know anything. It'll all be new to me. DLC is SSS tier. That's good. Always good when the DLC is good instead of feeling like crap. I like the PvP aspects. I like the concept of... Like, I like what they were going for. With like, oh, your world's been invaded. And like, that's pretty cool. I guess I just don't like it after people have figured out, you know, all the meta stuff where it's like everyone's going to invade. Especially with, what's the term? Twinking? Or whatever it's called, where people, they figure out how to abuse the game in such a way where it's like you're a low level, but you have like insanely overpowered equipment, so you're going to be able to invade like weaker players' worlds and just basically make the game suck for them. I don't like when the game gets to that point. Yeah, and then it just kind of turns into something that, as the player getting invaded, you're like, alright, I'm going to fight this guy. Like, I'm going to try to enjoy this part of the game. But you don't even know, because you're new at the game, that this person that's invaded your game, you're never going to be able to beat them. They're going to kill you in one hit. Night Rain is a multiplayer game set in the Elden Ring universe, not DLC. Okay. Night Rain, that's what I was thinking of. Because I always found it strange that the person who invaded your world could, like, even heal. Like, their flask should have had, like, 1 or 2 uses. Because I think that was another thing that people would go and get upgraded. They'd have, like, tons of flasks. And it's like, why is that not insanely limited when someone invades your world? Like, they should get, like, 1 or 2. And then they're out. Like, they can't heal anymore. But it was just stupid. What the... I bought the helmet and the statue for the Elden Ring DLC. You can wear the helmet. Yes. Didn't another game get that? Like a Halo game or Doom or Fallout, maybe it's what I'm thinking of. There was something that had a helmet. Jesus, Elden Ring had some wickedly imbalanced PvP. You could get ganked by overpowered teams of 3 against little OU. Yeah, I remember hearing about stuff like that. And there was some weapon, I think, in Elden Ring, right? That was like the go-to, some OP weapon that, of course, they nerfed it in a patch. I remember hearing about that just because I don't like that stuff. Invaders get half flask usage and 30% less hit points. Was that in all the games or just... in Dark Souls 3? Okay. Yeah, I feel like, Jason, I feel like it's like always got to be like young kids, you know, that they probably don't think about that kind of stuff or care. You know, I don't know. It's funny to them. It's like when I used to like team kill back in the days, you know, like, you know what I mean? You're just there to like troll and be an idiot. You don't really think about like your behavior, but yeah, it's right. You know, you chase away all these, like, you know, you're actually harming the game because the people who want to play it are like, man, I just can't beat this. I can't make it work. And then you find out later that you probably never stood a chance. Because, yeah, I didn't even know you could do that. Like, my brain's not wired that way. Like, when I'm playing a game that's multiplayer, I'm not like, oh, man, how can I keep my character at, like, as low a level as possible, but outfit myself in such, like, insanely powerful gear so that I'll purposefully be matched up against people that are weak, that are around my level, that I can nuke them. Yeah, I still can remember getting invaded in, like, the first Dark Souls game. And just being, you know, like an idiot. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna... They'd, like, just make me disintegrate with, like, a weapon I didn't even... Yeah, sometimes I used to stay, what do they call that? Like, you're a husk? When you're, like, undead? As long as you don't use your, whatever the frick it was that makes you human, you say it's like ember. Yeah, and then but then you have like less HP, right? So what I used to do is like I would be human, but I would just like disconnect from the internet. Wait, the blue, you will instantly summon a blue to your world to chase down. Yeah, I used to do that sometimes. Yeah, sometimes I'd get lucky and we'd actually beat the person. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like, that I think really killed the invasion thing for me, is it just felt like a big time waste, because like you would get invaded, and then the person that invaded your game would just run around. They would just run away from you over and over and over and over and over again till like where there were enemies. And so it wasn't a fight. It was like you're just chasing this person. Because they want to get you around enemies so that when the enemy's attacking you, they can attack you. Like, I get why they're doing that. It makes sense. But it would have made more sense to force the invader to remain in a certain area. And the longer they dawdle, maybe the smaller that area gets. Because it's just like, dude, you're here. Fight me. Like, I don't want to spend 45 minutes chasing you around. That it just was so dumb, and like everybody played it that way. So after a while I just turned it off and didn't have to deal with it, because it's like, dude, you invaded my game, fight me. Stop being a piece of crap. But there's a costume in Elden Ring 2 where you can fight. Yeah, so like stuff like that would have been fine. Oh, if you get to a fog wall, they get kicked out because you can just run into the fog wall and you win. I didn't know that. That was something I never encountered. Every time I got invaded, I was nowhere near a fog wall. I didn't know that. Do they die or do they just get kicked out? And it's, you know, like, quote-unquote, you win. I didn't win too many fights. I tried, but people understood the movement mechanics a lot better than I did. The invader can't go through the fog wall. They get disconnected and don't get a reward. Yay! We like that. GTFO. But... yeah, the whole competitive scene when it comes to stuff like this it's not really my thing anymore, because like, I'm an old timer back when, you know, you played Counter-Strike and stuff. Like, everybody kind of like stood on their own, you know, everyone could share secrets and stuff like that, but there was no like meta yet per se. It wasn't quite so easily spread. Like, one of the things I can remember noticing in Counter-Strike is that people would jump. They would like jump strafe with a scope, and then you let your character fall straight down, and as the crosshair moved over somebody's head, they could shoot them, because apparently there wasn't like an aiming penalty at that point, even though you're in free fall. It's kind of weird. So if you observed somebody do that, you might pick up on it, but like there wasn't like, you know, you couldn't go on YouTube and watch like, oh man, movement tips and tricks and stuff like that. So when you play a competitive game these days, you either have to do that or you're at a disadvantage. And it's just like, You know, you know, willingly just sit it out because like I don't want to sit there and study. You know, what's the best gun? What has the least movement penalty? What's, you know, what are the frames, like their iframes are here, or you know, it's like somebody discovered, I saw, it's kind of related to this. I think I saw a video about some of the Dark Souls games or Soulsborne games where you actually didn't want to like dodge at all. You wanted to jump because jumping was like more beneficial. And it's just stuff like that you'd never think about it, you know, without studying it and somebody pointing it out to you and figuring it out. But that's just not really my thing. I just want to play it, you know, instead of turning it into work. But I understand for the people that like it, you know. That's why it's there. Alrighty, folks. Well, it's been fun. I'm so happy that, you know, so many people turned up tonight. Thank you. It's been fun chatting with everybody, but tomorrow's calling. Middle of the week. Got lucky today. Nobody really bothered me at work, but I feel like I'm not going to get through the rest of the week that way. Somebody's going to talk to me and want something. Oh yeah, definitely go play Chrono Trigger, Stevens. It's good. We made it quite far. We got the magic already. That's pretty cool. Let's see. When am I going to be back? Maybe I'll take tomorrow off. I'll probably come back, what's today? Tuesday? I don't even know what day it is. God help me. Be back Thursday night, probably. Same time, between like, what, 6:30, 7 p.m. I'll start, Eastern time. I enjoyed hanging out with everyone. It was fun talking games and the Soulsborne stuff and strategy guides and all kinds of, excuse me, stuff that's coming out. Jason, for anybody else that's getting a Switch 2, enjoy. If I don't see you Thursday, I totally understand. that'll be a rough day to stream on, right? I'll be competing with the Switch 2. I don't expect all that many people will even notice I'm streaming, but that's okay. I guess Mike fell asleep. He was here. So anybody that is still hanging around that hasn't chimed in a while, thanks everybody so much for showing up. I really appreciate it. That's why I'm doing this, to mostly hang out and just share stories. Alright guys, I hope to see you again in a couple days, Thursday around 6:30, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Have a good night everybody. Stay safe. Thanks again.